Yay. Wow. Sounds like an echo. There we go. All right. Let me see. Cool. Good to go? All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome to another episode of the Fifth Stripe Podcast. I'm your host, Oliver Long, and we have Zach Marshall here with us. What's up, buddy?
Hello.
We've been doing some setting up here in the studio. Got some banners. Got a new TV hung up. We're getting kind of professional. And speaking of professional, we're running a bit behind tonight. Apologize for that. It's been a busy day for everybody. We have the Rivas brothers will be showing up shortly. They were doing a spar session tonight. I just flew in from Colorado a couple hours ago. Professor Brandon is out of the country doing his world tour. Selling tickets fast, I would assume. Getting the justgeepants.com name out. Professor Allen is working late, but he will catch up with us next week. So, yeah, it's been a busy day, busy weekend, but we're getting back into the swing of things. Before we get too deep into it, though, shout out to the sponsors, justgeepants.com. 6-month guarantee, always free shipping, got your butt covered. Saloon Brewing here in Webster, Texas, always giving us good drinks, keeping our bellies full. Beer. Delicious beer. Amazing beer. Actually, speaking of them, they just had a release party. Was it this weekend? It was the Wyatt Perp, I believe it was. Double check that, but
have you tried it?
I haven't yet. No, I was.
It's got like a pineapple taste. It's pretty good.
I'm down with pineapple. I like pineapple. So I mean, judging by everything else they put out, I don't expect it to be anything but spectacular. So yeah, unfortunately, I was out of town. Not really unfortunately. I had a great family vacation, but yeah, Wyatt Perp release here at Saloon this weekend. Also, shout out to ManFeed Pro. Protein, make you look like Birdo, make you sexy like Birdo. Well, that's a bad sales point right there. We'll just make you look good like Birdo. How about that?
Make you kangaroo flex on everyone.
Kangaroo flex on everybody. If you haven't seen Birdo recently, he shaved his face. It's weird. It always takes me a little bit to adjust, but he looks about 18 years younger. You'll see him when he gets in here later. So shout out to Birdo's beard. CANNIXX, CBD isolates, tinctures, topicals. Check them out. If you're not feeling right, internal, external, hit them up. They'll change that for you. Also, shout out to Third Coast Grappling. As always, got our back, helping us out here. And speaking of that, though, you had a business trip in Austin this weekend, right? You got to do some training, I heard.
Yeah, so we went to the Brazilian Fight Factory with Cody Steele, William Tackett, Andrew Tackett, and I forgot their little brother's name, but he's a 9-year-old monster.
The other Tackett.
Yeah.
Little Tackett.
Yeah.
Little T. How about that?
Yeah, so these guys, they've been to all of our shows. At least William Tackett has been in all 3 of our shows. He was in our first Third Coast Grappling 1. And then we put him into the qualifiers where he won the purple belt qualifiers, and then we had him in the Third Coast Grappling 2 where he came out and got the submit. So yeah, kid's a monster.
Cody Steele, also a
Cody Steele was there too.
Third Coast Grappling alum.
He's been in I guess he's been in all 3. No, he's been in 2 of our events. He came to the qualifiers as a super fight, and he also was in Third Coast Grappling 2 where he beat DJ Jackson.
Yeah, that's
and actually moved up the rankings. So I mean, if you come onto our event and you do a great job, you can actually go up in the rankings.
Hit them leaderboards, man. And that's right. So Third Coast Grappling that affects your world rankings right there. That's a good thing. Absolutely. And you see guys moving it up. So shout out to Cody Steele, the guys out there. Man, that's got to be a tough school, man. That's you've got some monsters.
Andrew Tackett, he's William Tackett's younger brother. He's 16. I believe he's 16, 17. It doesn't matter. The kid's been training for 10 years. And
he's got some of that black belt time underneath him already.
Yeah. He didn't seem like he was having any trouble with me. He was like a cat playing with a mouse.
Golly.
There's footage. I care. I'm not going to release it. But,
well, no, we'll. I think it's something that would go great on the Fifth Stripe Podcast Facebook page.
Yeah. He just kept talking about how tired it looked like I was getting, and I was.
No, you were. Yeah, you were getting tired. Those guys are like cardio for days, though. It's.
Well, they came. So we just drove in.
Mm-hmm.
They came from bleacher runs. That's what they were doing before they came into the training. So,
Should we stop the story now just to save a little bit of face, or
yeah,
nah? Let's keep going though, man. No, it's a. So how many times did you tap all of them? Okay, all right. How many times did Ryan tap all of them? Excellent. So it sounded like you guys had a very productive training session. Did you learn any secret moves that you care to keep to yourself, or at least fudge a little bit?
I mean, it was Friday for them, so I think it was more of just a roll day. So no technique, just rolling, and yeah, it was killer training. It was tried to get as many sessions as we could before we had to sprint off to our meeting with Flow Grappling. So all in all, great weekend, and yeah, very successful in Austin.
That's good, man. That's
Except
good.
me and Ryan went to bed early.
Together?
I won't
We'll discuss.
comment
Yeah,
on that, but
yeah. It's a business trip.
we
We
were
can't
like,
discuss all the
let's go out
business.
to Rainy Street, and we went and had a big dinner, like tomahawk steak and some crab, and then we were exhausted.
Yeah, food coma.
Or like, we're not going. We're too old to go out. So,
Well, yeah. Well, you're too wise for that. Yeah, it'd wreck you for the next day, right?
yeah, which was driving back.
Well, that can be tough sometimes. Well, you said you had a meeting with Flow Grappling. Obviously, we're not going to get into that because that's business talk. But speaking of, we have more events coming up, right? I mean, we have the December main event that we all, December 7th, I believe it is, correct?
Yeah,
And,
the main event being Gordon Ryan versus Felipe Pena, which there's some drama going on today.
There is, man.
On the intranets.
I don't know if you guys follow, what is it, social media? Am I pronouncing that right? Social media? Any form of social media? Yeah. But Gordon Ryan put some words down. I think it's going to be fun. So
he called him out. He said, so guys, I have a funny story. As you all know, I'm fighting Felipe Pena in December on Third Coast Grappling. Felipe insisted upon a 210 pound weight limit and won't move from that. I asked for 220. He said no. I asked for 215, 2 pounds under the 80cc weight, and he said no. I find it funny that when we competed in the first match, I was 172 pounds the day of, and you were well over 200, but that was all fine and dandy. At 80cc, my weight class was 194, and his 217. Both matches we fought, he had a considerable size and weight advantage. But that's fine, right, as long as he's bigger. Now that he fears I'll be bigger, he won't budge on the weight. Don't worry, child. 5 pounds won't save you, and this won't be competitive.
Man,
wow. Those are what they call fighting words.
Those are fighting words. It's the gauntlet's been drawn. It's time. I feel like this is it, man. I mean, he's calling him out. We got December coming up. It's set, right?
Yeah, I mean, besides the huge match we're gonna have the tournament, the absolute tournament, gi tournament, with the biggest gi grapplers in the world, 16 of them. We're gonna have some huge super fights. So
it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, so that's in December. Warehouse Live, the same place as we had it last time. If you're gonna be able to see it live, and we'll have more information on you if you want to watch it online here shortly.
That's right.
Keep an ear out. Another event we have coming up in October is the qualifiers. So the first qualifiers was a huge event. As we talked about before, being able to see William Tackett go through the ranks and beat all of the other purple belts and make it to our live event, and then or our Third Coast Grappling 2 event, and then Cody Steele also doing a super fight there. It's not just seeing who wins that makes it to our main cards. It's seeing who can, bring an audience, who has a really good social media presence, who can really push the fight, who can make a difference.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Like you said previously, I mean, it's at this point, not only are we looking for some of the best grapplers in the world to come out here and do their thing, but we're looking for people who want to and can and do want to sell themselves, want to build their, their name up. Like we said earlier, we had Cody Steele come in, and he moved up the rankings, the IBJJF rankings, with his win at Third Coast Grappling. So we want people who, want to bounce up the rankings, who want to make a career of this and go with it. Well, I'm getting a call here. It looks like Professor Berto has probably got a locked door here at the studio. So
I'll go get him.
You're going to go get him? All right. Well, this will be fun.
You should just Bill Burr this fight. Well, no.
Man, I don't know about all that. What do you got on the phone over there? All right, we should put Berto up to the phone here, up to the mic. No one's come to open the door for you, Berto. There we go. All right, sorry about that, folks. We have security here. We can't just let any old riffraff get into the studios. We unfortunately have to let him in by ourselves. So, with that being said, if you give us a couple seconds, we're gonna have some of that riffraff trickle in here shortly. After what I would assume would be a hard spar session, but it could also just be a hard flex off between him and his brother, Ricky Rivas, who will be here shortly. He just texted me, said he's stopping to get some beer. So apparently they need to carb load and rehydrate. But yeah, it's going to be good. Third Coast Grappling is coming up. Like Zach was saying with the December. Oh my gosh, man.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, I'm
Bring
telling
some
you.
life to this goddamn podcast.
Did you
We
say
can edit
whites?
all that out.
Did you say whites?
No, there's enough whites.
Man.
Plenty of
Well, now
whites.
it's even.
All right. Well, that's the end of this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in and showing up. Fuck. Man, it was going.
You want a beer?
For a little bit. No, I got one. Thank you.
No, tough shit.
Oh.
Damn, coming in with the heat.
Oh man.
I got him, man.
Yeah.
Y'all had us sweating outside.
Got him. Yeah, dude. I tell
He
you
said he
what.
did his round 6 out there and sweating enough.
Coming back from Colorado into this is not cool.
Oh, you didn't hear we had a cold front move in?
Yeah. What was
It
it,
was
like?
record-
86 for an hour and a half.
Record low, 70% humidity.
F that, dude. I came from like 8,000 feet up at 60 degrees to like sea level and deathly. That was horrible.
Yeah. I'll just let him go around. I gotta reach my lunchbox, man. Gotta reach the lunchbox.
You don't need to.
I do.
No, you don't. You don't. What's up, buddy? You gonna put the headphones on? Which one? So I'm gonna go in and plug them real quick. So yeah, you're good. We've been on, dude.
Oh, what?
Yeah, we've been on. Me and Zach have been talking business.
Yeah, we just recapped our Austin trip and then also
Third Coast.
some upcoming events information.
That's right. We talked. Were you able to attend the Saloon Door release this weekend? Was it this weekend? Of, White Perp,
yeah, I did. It's a great beer.
It's yeah, that's what we're talking about.
A lot of pineapple comes
Pineapple,
through.
right, yeah.
It's kind of got a real citrusy finish also.
Really, with pineapple?
It's weird. It's weird.
God, dude, it's like they work magic.
Magic.
You know? Yeah.
But no, it's funny because Saturday I slept from like my intention was to go after work. I went out to eat with my girl, came back to the apartment. I took a nap at like 4. I woke up at 10:30 at night.
So you didn't go?
I went, bought a 4-pack, left.
You made an appearance.
I contributed.
That's good. That's good.
I was
You
gonna
didn't go,
s-
I'm assuming.
I watched the fights.
Oh, that's right. You did.
Watched the fights.
I didn't get a chance. I had no coverage out there.
How was the cyborg fight? I heard that was a good fight.
So the girl came in with some like lead elbows, cut her up like right away. Yeah.
Like Cyborg cut her? She cut Cyborg?
No, she cut Cyborg.
Yeah, okay.
She cut her right
That
away.
girl looked tough, man,
Yeah,
from the
she-
beginning.
She came in with the Homer Simpson strategy. She made Cyborg work for her.
Oh, yeah?
So, for those that are not familiar with the
Yeah, what's
Homer
the
Simpson
Homer
strategy,
Simpson strategy for our
is-
listeners?
is that he can get punched so much without getting knocked out that the other boxer will pretty much just punch themselves out and then pass out, and
Yeah.
Homer will win the fight because Homer has 0 punching power. There's a cartoon where somebody's holding mitts for Homer,
Mm-hmm.
and Homer, I think, throws like a right, and right as he throws it, a fly lands on the mitt, and then his glove, when his glove comes off, the fly flies off. It was great.
Excellent.
Yeah, so
Well,
she,
no, that's
she ate
a
a lot of
punches.
a lot of punches.
a lot of kicks, and she just took it. She just,
I heard Cyborg had a nice speech at the end. She was very gracious and thanked the Academy and everybody involved.
oh, I don't know. I don't pay
Is
attention.
that a hint of sarcasm?
Yeah, no, apparently she was calling out Dana White and
Oh.
talking mess. And
She wants to fight Dana?
Bro, she's like, me and you, Cuba, all have to do
She'll,
this.
she'll fuck him up.
She'll fuck
She
him
will
up.
fuck him up, man. She'll fuck him up. But you know what? Financially, he'll
Somebody-
fuck her up. So
I didn't.
Somebody at my work. I had this argument. He used to be a college football player,
Uh-huh.
and he Doesn't. I mean, he had probably a little bit of training in the military, but not. He doesn't train. He's a non-trained guy.
Non-trained.
He thinks he could beat up Cyborg.
Oh
Does he?
God.
And I go, dude, you're insane.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about a professional fighter.
You're talking about one of the best female fighters to ever fucking walk the planet.
Oh, just fighter.
It's like a 165-pound woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
She's a beast, man.
No, I think back when Professor Andresa started teaching at our school, I remember this guy's still a white belt, but this is whenever he was like brand new white belt, right? And I guess he had stayed and watched the advanced guys roll the day before, and he was like, Professor Bordeaux, can I ask you something? Yeah, what's up? He said, hey, whenever you train with Professor Andresa, like, you know, how much do you push? Like, do you go 70%, 80%? I was like, bro, I'm surviving just like everybody else is surviving.
Pushing,
right?
yeah,
Shit,
push.
Hey, I'm trying to attack as hard as possible. So
Yeah.
is she. So like, you're dealing with a fighter.
So
it's
did
not male, female. You're dealing with a fighter.
Was he trying to go easy on her, or like was
No,
thinking
I think he was.
should?
No,
or?
I think he was just trying to understand how men should train with women, kind of.
Yeah.
And I kind of explained that to him, but I also told him like, look, once you get to a certain level, it's just a fighter. You're dealing with an under 150-pound fighter.
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta just survive.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Golly. Fun questions from fun people sometimes.
Yeah.
That's all right, though. That's all right.
What was the main event?
Frankie and Max.
How was that fight?
Max ran away with it. I mean, Frankie had his moments.
Did it
but-
go to decision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it's just Max is another level. Like
He's good, man.
He's so much longer than
long
Frankie.
and he's smooth, man.
Yeah, he's quick, too.
So he
Super
went.
smooth.
Did he go up a weight or down a weight?
No, he stayed at 45 for
Yeah.
this. I mean, Frankie fought 55 his whole.
Yeah.
But they told him he's a 45er, and then he went down on 45, and they're like, you can probably make 35.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, usually the older you get, the higher the
Yeah,
weight
you go
goes.
up. Yeah. No, but he looked good. Frankie looked good.
And it's interesting because they always want you to fight at your strongest, right? So you made 155. Oh, let's try 145. Oh, you made 145. It was pretty easy. Try 135. But there's a certain point where there's very little return in dropping. I'm kind of really curious to see how my brother does at the Asian Open because he said he's going to do middle.
Yeah, he is fighting. This is when's the last,
He's never done middle.
has
Never
he?
done middle.
That's gonna be good. When is Asian
He's
Open?
done light and feather.
When's Asian Open?
Oh,
September.
jeez, you'd have to ask him. Yeah.
September.
Yeah, that's right. September.
Okay.
I did it. Yeah, September.
Because I'm
Nice.
doing World's Masters at the end of August.
Yeah.
And then he's doing in
He'll
September.
be flying out.
Yeah.
That's something I was talking about with somebody recently. I think it was Ryan. That the whole weight in jiu-jitsu doesn't really matter. I think that only counts if the other person isn't trained.
Yeah.
It's if somebody else is trained, then weight
Well,
totally.
all those
Absolutely.
sayings, right?
Absolutely.
Like size doesn't matter, strength
That's
doesn't
just If you're
matter.
going up against somebody that doesn't train jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, so that's like self-defense
basic
scenarios
self-defense perspective,
versus untrained people or people with very little training or notion. Like once you're a black belt, like
It don't
yeah,
matter.
like
Yeah,
your skill matters, your strength
weight
matters,
matters. Well, that's
your
what- yeah.
your explosiveness, your agility, your weight, all that
How
shit
you
matters.
use your weight. 'Cause
Yeah.
People can use their weight a lot better.
Absolutely. Yeah, so like I'll have big guys that are white belts and be like, oh, I know strength is just I use too much strength. Strength is bullshit. And I'm just like, look,
That's
it's
a
not
factor.
it's not bullshit. Focus on your technique because you already have strength.
Yeah, it's like what you focus on compared to what you utilize. It's like telling Lucas, do not use your flexibility because that's
Yeah.
cheating.
Yeah, it's
You
like
can't do
you
that.
can't do that.
Or don't use your speed, whenever you're passing because you're not practicing perfect technique.
Yeah,
It's
you're not practicing technique.
like.
Or like telling Mayweather you can't walk backwards. Yeah, you're like,
But just
yeah,
like
you're taking him out the fight.
But just like you need to work and practice your technique, you also need to work and practice your strength. That's why you look at all the world champions, most of them do strength and conditioning. It's
Yeah.
not just, they just roll.
Mhm.
And you need to practice your speed, like,
Yeah.
getting efficient, with your movements and
Yeah, for the
and train your flexibility. Like
yeah, stretch, warm up. I think that might be a reason why because I didn't really warm up today, and then just pop my ribs.
But that guy at work, he would totally get head kicked in the face because he doesn't know how
He-
to react
no.
to a head kick too.
Dude, she could knock him out with a leg kick.
Yeah.
She could kick that guy. People that have never been kicked in the leg with a shin by a Muay Thai fighter have no notion of. They're like, oh, he's just kicking him in the leg. Like, dude, Uriah Faber, me and Professor were talking about this morning. He damn near
Jose
lost his
Aldo.
leg from Jose Aldo,
Yeah.
fucking beating that leg to
Did you see
death.
that video of him the next
He was being
day on his
stubborn with that
crutches?
though.
And like I haven't seen the after, but Professor was telling me to go look it up of Uriah's leg
nasty.
after that.
Dude, it was purple.
Ugh.
It was gross.
Drake was like, he almost lost it,
Yeah.
like the leg.
Yeah, man. So what's up, Coach Ricky? Welcome. How was your
Thank you, guys.
sparring session?
It was good. I had to do specific training with a fighter who is fighting this weekend. So
nice.
nothing too,
Hashtag Mr. Cheeks.
yeah, nothing
Cheeks.
too
Charles
intense,
Cheeks.
but just kind of specific
A
stuff.
Fifth Stripe podcast listener. I'm not saying it right now, but he is a Fifth Stripe podcast.
Yeah,
listener.
I've seen him comment on feeds and
tuned
stuff
in.
like that.
He's tuned in. Shout out to Cheeks.
Who's fighting this weekend,
Yeah.
Saturday. Guys, if you have
for-
no plans this weekend, go see him fight.
Or if you do
Legacy.
have plans, cancel them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legacy in Lake Charles, so you can go out.
Fury.
Oh, it's Fury. It's not
Fury.
Legacy.
It's Fury.
Okay, Fury FC, but it's still in Lake Charles, so you can go gamble, make a night of it,
Hey,
and then come back the
and
next day.
I heard
Sober.
I heard Professor say this. I don't know. Like
He said he's got extra room in his
he
car.
said he has room in his
He's
car.
got 4 seats.
So
Professor Berto did.
Professor Drac.
Oh, so you're basically Coach Ricky is putting out the invitation to our listeners to hit up Professor Vinny Drac,
He
right?
has
Is
a-
that what
he
we're gonna
has a
call him now,
seat.
Vinny?
Vinny.
Drac? Yeah, Vinny.
Did he get party bus? That's
Vinny
how
D.
you can, like,
Vinny D. There
go
you
out to
go.
our
Actually,
wire.
shout out to Professor Vinny. His birthday tomorrow.
That's right.
He's gonna be turning 21.
21 and a half, actually. It's his half
84.
birthday. 2184.
He's 84.
That's Amigo
man.
song.
That's yeah, shout out to Professor Drac.
He's gonna get tagged in this, and we're all gonna get choked tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Is he gonna be there during the day?
Yes.
Okay. My wife's off tomorrow. I was like, maybe I'll get my day training
Yeah,
in
come in.
tomorrow. No,
Come in
I'm
for
gonna
some
go get a
morning training.
massage. I'm gonna get a massage.
That's good. I was thinking about that party bus. That seems like such an easy business to like start. You just buy a bus. You gotta make it cool.
I'm sure
Yeah.
there has to be some kind of insurance.
No, I knew a guy who was a party bus driver, and
No guy.
Did he
Yeah.
start the company, or he was like?
no, he was just hired on to the company.
I feel like-
but he said it was
Yeah,
just
like,
such a
you
fun
make enough
job.
money to like buy another bus, and then you buy another driver, and then you just got. So we're gonna have a Fifth Stripe party bus going on here soon.
Nice, nice. We should get a short bus because I think it would fit us all pretty well. And you can find him cheap.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll get
Short
into it.
bus.
Gee, you okay over there, buddy?
Limited
Sorry.
amount of people that can come to your party.
What are you doing under the table?
I've never been on a party bus, but I wonder, like, do they have seats?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
No, you're
It
supposed to.
depends on the
You
bus.
gotta
Just
party the
have
whole
stripper
time.
Bro, it's a
It's
par-
just stripper poles.
it's a party bus, not a shuttle bus.
It's just everybody's swinging around a stripper pole the entire time.
I was about to say, yeah, they have
Guys, this is a
poles
bad.
and
This is a
stuff.
bad workout.
You're like, I don't want to strip. They're like, too bad, Ricky. Get
Do
on the
they-
fucking
You're on the pole.
Are they
Uh,
allowed to serve drinks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because any kind of chauffeur like setup you have, you can drink in the back. So
Dude.
in a taxi cab, you can legally drink in the back.
Dude, places like Colorado have like weed party buses.
You haven't seen those?
You can jump on and just.
Well, yeah, but-
smoke.
Oh,
You
yeah.
stop by
Those ones?
dispensaries.
Yeah.
Those look miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people,
Bike ones?
bro,
That's
you
a
see
lot
the
of
little,
work,
the
man.
little skeezers on it. Like they're like, what?
Well,
Dude,
Yeah, they're not pedaling at all.
No.
They're not pedaling.
But that's that's a metaphor for their life, though.
Have you ever done a double kayak with like your girl?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
The worst idea.
No,
ever.
you're
Do not do
chauffeuring
it.
her.
Do
It's a
not do
chauffeur
it.
kayak.
You are
You do
just
the-
basically doing
You
the work
do the
for
whole
two
work.
people.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the same thing when you do that bike party bus thing. Is you are sweating.
Yeah.
You're not having a good time. The girls are cheering because they're not actually doing
Who? I want to know who. Like the guy that thought it up must have thought he was like the smartest person ever. Like I'm gonna make a bicycle where you can face each other, but it still goes forward/sideways, I guess, in reference
Yeah.
to us. And we're gonna all drink while
There's a
doing it.
bartender on there too, right? You
Is he pedaling?
No, come on.
He's hanging
Dude.
out drinks.
He's like, I'm too busy serving up right now. I
Slanging
can't be-"
tequila, bro.
I
I
would.
would never go on one of those, man.
I would,
y'all-
I would invite two really fit friends that I know like to bicycle.
Yeah,
Lance
competitive.
Armstrong and someone else.
Have y'all ever been on like a horse carriage? They have some in Galveston. You
Yeah.
see them a lot in New Orleans. Have y'all ever been on those?
Yeah.
Smells like poop.
Yeah, I never have, just because I
It's
feel
not
like
as
those.
romantic as it looks.
But also, those
They have, like, a
horses
bag that
look
catches
so.
all the poop right there.
All those horses look so like miserable. You know,
yeah.
it sucks for them. You know.
Yeah, dude, I'm in Galveston for like 3 hours and I want to go home. They got to fucking like tour around that shit like all day.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of horses, I saw a thing that
I was gonna bring up the same
thinking
fucking
that too.
thing.
yeah,
The video
Y'all
I
both
sent
like
them.
pointed at each other.
They pointed at each
Horses?
other, then they pointed at me.
Uh-oh.
So
I want to save like
do y'all-
brainwave
do
link.
you guys
Man.
do you guys follow Tom Segura on Instagram?
Yes.
Bro, yo,
So-
so on Saturday, this is what I did all Saturday. So I followed Tom Segura.
Went down the rabbit hole of the
Yeah,
Bahamas.
Yeah.
So he posted a video of
Oh,
it's
it's
a-
gnarly.
okay, this is what I was watching. I went on this Instagram thing called Nature is Metal.
Oh,
Nature is
fuck.
so metal, and it's basically just like
Like nature is metal.
nature being nature, you know?
Yeah.
And
Death.
anyways,
Hardcore shit.
I got
Death and
on there.
gore.
I was on there. I shit you not, probably for like 5 hours, just scrolling down there.
That fucking internet's a tricky thing, man.
But the video they're talking about is it was a stallion was trying to get with this mare, and he's he's excited, right?
She's
And
not
then
feeling it.
She's not feeling it at all. So he gets a little too close, and then the guys who were handling her, they just kind of let her too loose. So she kicked him in the head, and
Insta kill.
Insta kill.
Insta kill, dude.
Yeah.
She hits him in the head, and you hear him shitting himself
Yeah.
before he hits the ground.
Yeah.
Like you hear the pop, and then you hear, and then like he's just kind of like shaking, and it's a bunch of Hispanic guys that are wrangling him. So you just hear somebody go, "Lo mató," which means like she killed him. And he's just fucking dead, dude. One shot killed him. Fuck, that was a well placed kick.
Makes you think crazy because I learned how to ride a horse when I was 4. So I'm like,
Yeah, you don't fuck with
I mean,
nature, man.
this is kind of why I'm afraid of horses too,
Yeah.
because like if you're in a place with a horse, you can't run from it if it wants to attack you, and like you can't beat it. You're kind of just stuck, you know.
Dude, I remember one time I was at a.
How would you use jujitsu to attack a horse?
Oh fuck! You gotta go for the back legs.
gotta-
Every
you
time.
gotta, you gotta double leg
Just
the
gotta
back
ta-
leg.
you just gotta take the
shoot-
back.
You gotta shoot.
Isn't that the
luck.
whole concept of a horse, though? I mean, you just got to get on his
that
back
neck
anyway.
is out there. You can choke that thing.
Yeah, that's
you-
what I'm saying.
yeah,
Take
yeah.
the back rear naked, that
That-
motherfucker.
Depends on how long your arms are. I
you
mean,
can't get behind them.
How tall the horse is
You
too.
gotta arm drag him.
Yeah. So look, the horse is gonna defend his
Put a
back.
carrot back there.
dude.
The horse is gonna defend his back, and he's gonna like his head's too tall to really try to jump up and guillotine. So you gotta try to go for the back. When it squares up to you, you gotta shoot. All right, but then
Shoot for the front legs or back
no
legs?
back legs. You gotta shoot for the back.
do you do
legs.
about the front legs then?
You're gonna get kicked. If
Yo,
you
you're gonna be in front of the back legs though.
Wait, does the horse
Yeah.
know he's in a fight, or is he just like standing there like some guys like?
So dude, I have a story. I was at a birthday party when I was young. I was still in elementary, so we still lived in El Salvador, and I went to a pretty nice school. The reason I got to go there was because my dad was a teacher there, but it was like a private school. Most of the kids, are pretty well off. So for this birthday party, this kid has his birthday at his house, but he has like a stable and like a huge house and all this, right? And so we're riding horses. The horse that I got was not feeling it that day. And like he's trying to throw me like a stick so that I can hit the horse to go.
Yeah.
But the horse knows what's up. So he's like going real crazy and not letting him get close to me. So and at a point he just takes off. So I was like, oh cool, he's taking off. I'm going with everybody else. And he like starts going off to the barn. And out of nowhere, I just hear my friend go, duck! And he didn't fucking stop, bro. He just went into the barn. But like, if I would have stayed like this, I would have been like knocked off of his ass.
Yeah.
So I just ducked, and there's just like wood passing over my head really fast, and he goes to his stable. But then I kind of just pulled him, and he came right back out. So he didn't fight me too much there. But like, I was like, that horse could have fucked me up. I was like,
Instead, he brought you
7?
home. He's
I was like
hey, come
7
back
or 8.
to my place,
He's
dude.
like, come back to my place.
Yeah, he's
That's-
like, hey, what you doing later, girl?
That's funny because that reminds me of so many fight scenes in movies where dudes are fighting on top of a train, and like
Yeah.
I was
that
thinking
happens a
about
lot.
that the other day, like for my son's birthday, we went down to the train museum in Galveston, and I'm like in there. I was like, all I could think about was fighting on a train, like how
Yeah,
it's so common.
so I saw
This seems so difficult.
I saw Skyfall. Like that was the beginning of 007 Skyfall. That was in the new like the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. He's fighting the
So
dude in
many
the purple.
fights.
So I think it would be easy for
watched that.
Spider-Man.
West.
I think
Spider-Man's
for
different, yeah.
Spider-Man it'd be a pretty standard thing, right? He's got good grip.
Yeah, okay, I agree. But like just the fact that there's so many of these scenes in
007
cinema.
has like nice shoes, doesn't he?
Well,
knows?
yeah,
Hey,
but
maybe-
they're not like
maybe Q-
they're not non-slip.
hey,
He doesn't work in a kitchen.
Hey,
Yeah.
you don't know.
Can you imagine
Maybe
fighting
Q
in,
made
like-
some like ultimate non-slip shoes. Q is the man.
No, how do you fight in dress shoes?
Well, actually, he lost that fight.
Who did?
Oh, because
On
it
Skyfall.
was probably because of the train.
It was probably.
Yeah.
I was gonna say probably because
You know what I
brought the
can't
wrong
stand
shoes.
about
You
those?
brought
Is
the wrong
probably
like,
shoes.
he's like a great fighter, right?
007?
Yeah, but he doesn't fight. Like he didn't train. Like he fights better than like UFC fighters.
No,
who
I think he
fight
trains.
every single
No, but
day.
it's in 007. Like
Is
He
it,
trains.
is it
it's like a
just assumed?
special ops, right? So like, I would think he'd be highly
He's
trained
doing,
at
he's
hand-to-hand
doing like
combat.
jujitsu
He did
and, like, every
combatives.
day.
No, he did combatives.
Well, so-
Yeah, he did combatives. He
Every
did,
day.
he did the British,
Our
British,
British
the
combatives.
British combatives.
Like so, you're saying he trains every day?
Yeah. Well, I mean, so look in Skyfall.
Does Batman train every day?
What
He
belt
had
is
a
he?
montage where he was like getting back
Yes,
in shape.
That is true.
The premise of Skyfall is that he's too old, but he has to come back.
But he wasn't even fighting anybody in the montage, was he?
Uh,
He was, like,
I
trying to
think
do pull-ups and shit.
no. I
You don't have to fight
I think there
somebody
was
in a
some fights.
montage.
I think there was a
It's
fight
best
scene.
to. Usually in a montage,
Or
you're fighting
I think
yourself.
there was some
It's an internal
training,
struggle.
right? There was some training for sure in that
Yeah, but
montage.
I just like this guy is always traveling, going after the bad guy.
Right?
Yet he's
Drinking.
like one of the best fighters of all time.
Playboy.
He's better than like a UFC fighter,
Yes,
and UFC fighters fight every day.
That is true.
true. So he's probably not better than the UFC.
I think
fighter.
my question
you
is,
watch him fight, and he looks pretty damn good. Like why doesn't he just in his off time be a UFC fighter?
he needs to get sponsors.
because he's trying to protect his
Yeah,
identity.
dude.
It'll
He,
blow
does,
his
he
cover.
tells everybody he meets his name is James Bond.
Yeah, like
Hey,
that's
and
literally
his favorite
his
drink.
catchphrase.
So
yeah.
No
actually-
secret name.
Actually, there's a common film theory that James Bond is a position, not
Yeah.
like a person, and that explains like the multiple James
I thought
Bonds.
his numbers.
No, because in Skyfall, the bad guy, he was like, "I was you, like
Wait,
I
who-
was your position."
Yeah,
I
that was
was.
like
006.
006 or something.
Yeah,
Is that what he says?
I don't know. I would assume
6 comes before 7,
that's right.
but
Don't
7,
even- don't
8,
even-
9.
Jesus.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
he
that's
just
true.
did that.
That's true.
That's why 6 is scared of 7. You didn't know that?
Did y'all ever see the picture of?
Continue your story, Ricky.
No, did y'all ever see the picture of Seven, but like it has teeth and like it's all bloody? I'm gonna pull it up.
Ricky,
We're gonna post it on the Facebook.
Ricky, don't,
Eating 9.
7, 8, 9, man.
don't feed.
That's
into
why
this shit.
006.
Why is 006 too scared of 007?
Their dad jokes.
Oh,
Jeez.
God, dog.
You don't even. You're like a kid away from having a good dad joke.
Dude, dad jokes are the shit, man.
Yeah.
I feel like they just come with you as you get older. Like you don't really need a kid because your jokes suck and you have 2 kids.
I know. It's because I don't tell dad jokes.
I thought it was because you're British.
No, it's because
So you have to be Papa
it's
jokes.
'cause I'm a joke.
Papa
and
joke.
That's about as good as you're getting. Leave me alone. Why you gotta be so like culturally insensitive to me?
Papa jokes.
Fuck, man. Go back
Fuck,
to wherever
man.
you came from. Go back to Gracie Baja.
Go back to
go back to sparring.
go back to
Jesus.
sparring. Bunch of
Golly.
brown guys.
I just think that he shouldn't be such a good fighter. And like,
No, I agree.
I think
how is he
Zach's-
running into so many good fighters?
Zach, why
all
are you
the
so
time?
mad, man?
Because I just feel like it's unrepresentative of an actual.
Zach's like,
British
I work
intelligence officer.
every day
I
and I go
agree.
train.
Yeah, and
But
never as good as him.
because he's not only a good fighter, he knows how to like do like computer shit. Like he knows everything.
He can fly a helicopter.
He can fly
let
a
me-
helicopter.
Let me tell you something.
You can't just jump in a helicopter.
That takes like you have to become like a helicopter pilot for anybody to teach you.
That's
Flying
you don't get an associates in helicopter piloting.
Yeah, they're like, all right, we're gonna teach you this cool thing too, riding a motorcycle through a town while chasing somebody.
backwards with an Uzi. It's
There's
good.
a lot of skills that I feel like is
Ri-
unrealistic.
Riding
for
a
him to do.
motorcycle and flying a helicopter are probably like the same thing.
Well, yeah. Apart from all the
Pretty
differences,
much.
they're exactly
Is
the same.
are you saying the helicopter is the motorcycle of the sky?
God damn it, you put the words in my mouth, man. The motorcycle of the sky.
My mind is blown right now. The motorcycle.
Motorcycle of the sky.
I'm trying to even find some way to define that properly. It doesn't work. It doesn't
Well,
work.
so you think of a motorcycle, they weave in and out really easy out of traffic, right?
So I guess
So it's a helicopter, right?
Well,
They go
It's
up,
got,
they
it's got
go
two.
down.
It's got 2 rotating wheels.
Yeah, like a
you
car.
do a stoppie in a helicopter. You've seen it. It's like
a boring ass car can just go straight. You can't like
Turn?
Same thing as a car. Same thing as a.
Have you seen
you
people
can't
fly
turn.
helicopters upside down?
that's
Yeah,
stupid.
that's like a motorcycle. going
Upside
down.
No, it is true. I've seen that.
That actually reminds me of Tommy Lee Jones on Men in Black 1 when he's like hey, you know that red button I told you not to push?
Press
Push it. And he starts going upside down.
I'm gonna call this.
I like the most recent one where he's like, push the red button. And he's like, what red button? He's like, we haven't made a red button yet.
Oh, you saw the new one? With,
Is that the Back in Time one? What's that dude's name? Army Hammer?
No, it's
don't
Wait,
know.
I think you're thinking of Men in
Timor.
Black 3.
I don't
Chris
know.
Hemsworth.
But
Oh, is that him? I don't
Odinson?
know.
there's one that's Men in Black overseas.
Thor.
So no, not the Thor. Not the Thor
English
one.
Oh,
one?
okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. There's no Australia.
I think I've seen 2 of the Men in Blacks.
1 and 2 are good,
Yeah.
but
And then I stopped.
yeah.
Have you? There's something
they
on the
should've.
internet about, or on YouTube, I should say, about there's
YouTube's on the
actually
internet.
a real Men in Black.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
seen it.
yeah,
no,
Posted
for
all
sure.
over.
About this on
I
the
used to.
podcast?
No, I
I
don't
used to
think
read
so.
about this when I was like
People seeing Men in Black.
I don't think we
Yeah,
talked
shit,
about
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about this.
I heard about somewhere, and oh yeah, my Uber driver was telling me that's right.
No, yeah, there's people.
Where was
Were
your-
you in the
was
front
this-
seat or the back seat?
Was this the
What
Uber in
do you
LA?
think? Am I a psycho or is my Uber driver?
No, there's people that said that
That was in his
they've
lap.
been visited by some Men in Black.
Yeah.
And then.
Well, there was all those like when the supposed UFO crashings and shit. Like
Yeah.
people would come in, and, like people who witnessed it, they'd like go to the deli the next day, and like Men in Black would come in and like, hey, we need to talk to you or whatever.
Yeah.
They'd always
Yeah,
describe
I
them having
mean,
like no
well-
features and like or
This
like
is, like,
dark
in the
features.
60s and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if you believe that Area 51
I wanna believe.
houses like either aliens or alien technology, then it's not far fetched to think that there's like a Men in Black little society goes to make sure people aren't talking about it or whatever. But so all the stuff that I've read about the Men in Black in real life, quote unquote,
Yeah, the real
is,
ones.
is that they're like super aggressive and hostile, and it's like if you need to die, you'll die. Like to keep you
You
shut,
need to die right now.
right?
They're like, sir, what did you see? Nothing. You need to die. That's a hell of a card to have, man.
Well, because I doubt they have the little sticks that erase your memory.
You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't
because you
know.
would have forgotten about it
Oh,
because
yeah,
they used it.
true.
Yeah, so
You'll
maybe
find
they
out.
do
Actually,
have them.
You'll find out soon. On,
They say that
September
anytime
22.
Yeah,
they say anytime you lose your train of thought and you kind of like, what was I doing?
yeah.
You saw an alien and
So I gotta-
Men in
Oh,
Black
I see
flash.
aliens all the time, like 30 times a day.
Dude, I'm
man.
right here. Fuck off, dickhead.
What day is it?
It's
What am I doing?
Illegal aliens.
it's Octoberthon.
Illegal alien.
So
Yeah.
speaking of Area 51, we all know that you've made it Facebook official that
Yeah.
you're going to join this. What'd you pack in your backpack for this journey? Did you bring snacks?
Couple bologna sandwiches.
Bologna.
There's
Dildos.
Naruto headband.
Yeah, my Naruto headband. Right.
A lot of ice for those bullets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring some
Rubber bullets, of course.
I'm gonna bring some fajitas for when I tell my alien he's technically Mexican.
So, so is the idea you get to leave with your own?
Alien.
Did you almost say Mexican? You get to
You get to leave with your own Mexican? What if all they have is illegal aliens there?
Bro.
Like it's like a
I
concentration camp.
I straight up choose the elote, man. That dude's coming home with me. It's gonna be fucking corny shits for the rest of my life. All right, choose your own Mexican. That's amazing. That's what we should title this episode. Choose your
Like,
Area
there-
51. Choose your own Mexican.
If there is a government facility housing aliens,
I feel like that's-
extraterrestrial
Thank
aliens,
you. Thank you.
it is most certainly not Area 51
No, it's
or
Area
anywhere
52.
You know
close.
what? That's probably the biggest joke ever. Is like that's where Donald Trump's like, let's send all the illegal aliens that we're catching coming through. We're gonna send them to Area 51, and it's a cover up so that whenever they do storm, they're like, yeah, we found aliens, but not the ones we were looking for.
He's like, well, we couldn't get the wall up in time. Fucking politics. Disclaimer. No, I'm not even gonna say it. Yeah, let's keep talking about it.
Did any of y'all watch the Bob Lazar documentary on Netflix?
Yeah, I couldn't get through it.
I'm
It was
about
whack.
I'm about 3/4 of the way through
It
it
was
right
whack.
now. It's
so
slow.
It was slow.
It's really slow, but like
But the
I,
podcast, I think on
The
Joe Rogan
podcast is better.
Yeah.
I have not
That's-
like
So
seen that
he's
one.
he's the reason why this whole Area 51 shit's
think
going
so.
on, right?
Yeah.
Because
It's 'cause of
he
Joe
was
Rogan.
on the Joe Rogan podcast.
He's
Was
been
that
saying
what-
this for years.
Well, he released.
Yeah, but I mean Joe Rogan.
He was on the Joe Rogan podcast to
But before
promote
th-
his documentary.
Yeah, that he just released on Netflix.
But
So-
I don't think it was the Netflix documentary that got everybody hyped on Area 51. I think
It was the podcast.
Yeah, Joe
Yeah.
Rogan.
Yeah,
And
probably.
then this guy created this fake event, like as a joke, saying, "Hey, we're gonna go storm it," and then it just
It blew up.
caught legs. And
That's scary.
caught legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard that term?
How many
That's a
people?
funny term. It caught legs.
How many people are showing up? How many people?
Man,
To Area 51.
How many?
It's gonna be a huge party. It's gonna be like Burning Man,
know,
but
yeah.
alien
I
style.
think
It's gonna be like Fire Festival, but like with sandwiches, with real sandwiches in
Real
an actual
sandwich.
That
tent.
guy's gonna get sued. They're like, "Hey, man, you told us there was gonna be an event."
It's like my bad.
for
my bad,
$10,000, you get a front row seat at the Area 51 raid.
guys. Yeah, basically they
Speaking
just
of,
get
did
arrested.
you watch that documentary? There's two documentaries.
haven't watched
I
it.
saw the one about the fire festival.
There's one on
Actually,
there's one on Hulu and one on Netflix, I believe.
I watched the Netflix one.
Yeah.
Netflix one, yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
I heard about it. I remember because I used Twitter a lot back then, and I remember seeing all these
Seeing the ham
ads for it.
sandwiches and stuff.
I remember seeing the ads, and then I remember the Dave Chappelle joke, the "Where's Ja?
Yeah.
Where's Ja?" Like I remember people saying that all
Yeah.
the time.
yeah, man, I didn't hear about it
What a
till after the
clusterfuck,
fact. I think, yeah, my girl was just watching the documentary, and I was like, oh, this shit's pretty interesting. That shit's wild, bro. People got scammed out of their money so bad, and not just during the fire festival. Like, he kept a lot of those emails and was emailing people stuff like backstage passes, VIP,
Oh, yeah.
meet
He
with
started-
me.
he was
Yeah,
still being under an investigation by the
yeah,
FBI.
he was still
doing
under investigation.
scams.
He's like, have dinner
Credit
with
card
Beyonce,
thing, yeah.
and like, yeah, dude, shit was
He
wild.
was
And
like selling fake credit cards.
people
to-
were just giving this motherfucker money. Like, I don't understand.
Ja Rule's
That
like,
I don't
I
understand.
don't know.
Yeah, he's like,
All my songs sound the same.
Man, I heard a lot of the models that were on the fire festival stuff had to go out and like apologize because they didn't know the whole thing was gonna be horse shit. They just endorsed
Yeah,
it.
well, they went on the like
The
photo shoot.
actual like
Yeah,
party.
What was the fire
What-
festival
yeah.
was like these
photo
nerds
shoots.
with all these models on this island.
Yeah.
There wasn't even the island that they ended up doing the festival on.
Yeah.
Because they had to change it like last minute or something.
Bro, I felt so bad for that lady that provided food for everybody.
Oh yeah, she had like 20 grand she had to pay out
No,
of pocket. Or
$50,000
Oh, yeah,
she paid
50
out of her
grand.
savings, bro. How long do you think it took a woman in an island like that to save up $50,000 and she had to use it for payroll to
Yeah.
pay everybody?
yeah,
Fuck.
didn't she get their money back though?
She did.
She
ended up-
better.
She
I
wanted
think,
Ja Rule to pay too.
I
she
think
better
so-
have that fucking island.
I think somebody like did a GoFundMe for her and she got more than the money back, which she fucking deserved, bro.
That's
She-
crazy.
She
Wait,
fed all those spoiled ass white kids.
She demanded Ja Rule.
honkies.
She demanded
Yeah,
Ja
she
Rule to
wanted
pay.
Ja Rule
She
to
said,
pay,
"Where's
too.
Ja?"
Yeah,
Where's
did
Ja?
So,
Where's Ja?
so someone cut her a check. She's like, "That's not the signature I want."
did Ja Rule pay? Like, or did he?
No, he
didn't
distanced
even fucking
himself
show
Bro.
like super
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you're like a
He
celebrity
was like an
with
investor.
money.
Right? He was just
Yeah.
an
Oh,
investor.
okay.
He was like
in
one of the
it
main
to win it.
promoters,
He was
yeah.
like one of the main guys. And then as soon as he heard, caught wind it was going south, he was like, I don't know what fire what.
Yeah. God, man.
That's a good documentary.
What
if anybody
Was it Ja Rule that 50 Cent
Yeah, he
bought out the
on
first
Groupon.
like
Yeah.
On Groupon.
Groupon of like the first like 20 rows of his concert and just like sat there watching them.
That's petty. It's about as petty as it gets.
But bro, it's petty, but it's funny as
hilarious.
fuck,
It's
dude.
hilarious.
That's so funny. I mean, shout out to 50 Cent though. Don't come
and
after
then Ja
me.
Rule played I think a basketball game at halftime.
It wasn't that bad, but yeah.
dude,
Nobody was cheering.
It
and he
wasn't.
was
It
like-
wasn't as bad as they said it was. It was. They said it was.
He's like,
actually
they
lit.
said I was, from the 90s, but my first hit was in 2000, so I don't know what they're talking about.
yeah,
As a 90s
oh,
artist.
that's that video.
He's like so there.
He's like, "Are you ready?"
It was like, it's just quiet.
He's like, I guess not. Dude, he's like you said, his music all sounded the same. Even though he does have some bangers, like there's some that I do like.
He's got that J-Lo one, I think that made his.
But like, I don't. What was the beef with him and 50? Like, why are they mad? I don't know. Because 50 Cent is a pretty large man, and Ja Rule is a very small man. So
I think 50 just likes fucking with people.
I mean, that's a dude. I love hearing 50 Cent talk to Floyd Mayweather because he's like,
Oh
you
my God.
stupid fucking.
It's like he's disciplining like
Yeah.
like a child he
Yeah,
doesn't want.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's like,
well, because Floyd can't fucking read or write. All right. Yeah. If you ever see Floyd Mayweather out, ask him, just write something down on a napkin and ask him to read it, and then just laugh for the rest of
Dude.
your life.
Oh yeah, no, he challenged 50 Cent to do the ice bucket challenge, and 50 Cent did it and was like, Floyd, I ain't even challenging you to do this. I'm challenging you to read a fucking kid's book.
Challenge that motherfucker to a 3rd grade level spelling
Yeah.
bee.
Bro, how can you I don't understand.
He probably
how
could
you
have at
can
one
have-
point.
That's the thing is I don't understand how you can have so many resources available to you, so much money available to you, and you can just say like reading, nah,
Yeah, but,
I'm
like,
good.
at
He's
the
like
time
reading.
that
I'll
you
adapt.
Should start reading. He didn't have all those resources.
Yeah, that
So
is
it's
true.
No,
like-
I know, but now he does.
no, but he
bro.
should have like.
Well, so
Well,
yeah,
then-
there's I think there's two things
Touche.
about that, right? Like one, he really doesn't need it right now, like with all the money he has. But two,
Think of how often you read.
but two, Aziz Ansari talks about this in
Or
a stand-up.
write.
He says like people who are illiterate, it's not like they look at word like letters and are like, what are those? You know, like they can still read like movie times and like movie titles. It's just like the,
I don't know, man.
Like-
Sentence.
I can
I'm suspect on Floyd.
Yeah.
like I'm sure I can write my name is Ricky and Floyd would be able to read that, right?
You would think.
Well,
like,
He
It's
might
all-
he might mispronounce some things in there.
That is true.
Yeah, like they don't just see numbers and letters and are like, what the fuck?
well, maybe that's why he
I
can't read.
think
Maybe
Floyd
he's,
really does.
Maybe he's got dyslexia where he can't read. He like everything's
Well, I mean,
jumbled.
dyslexia doesn't stop you from reading. It just like it
It
just
does if you're like I ain't reading.
Yeah. How about this? How about we shoot Floyd an email and wait for his response and see if he wants to come on as a guest.
Let's challenge him to a spelling bee.
well, let's give him about 9 months because he might need to put it into Google Translate
So-
if
or
you're
so,
sending it
text to
through
voice.
put it into Google.
Me-
Oh,
right, text to voice or
So
something.
me and Coach Ricky will recruit a strong, like let's say 4 or 5 year old, right, from the kids program that has like barely any
Are you
reading
smarter
skills.
than a fifth grader? Remember that?
No, this is like, are you smarter than like a kindergartner?
Are you smarter than a fifth stripe?
hey, the show. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? That shit is fucking
Yeah, those questions were
hard.
Oh yeah.
So
What are we looking at here?
I'm showing them. It's a picture of like.
That's not
so
really
there's this meme going on Snapchat. I mean, there's these Snapchat memes, and there's people saying they're into Area 51. Like, hey guys, count me into Area 51.
Oh, the one with Mayweather.
It's all gibberish.
That's so fucking dumb. So shout out to Mayweather, man. That's I'm gonna be honest with you though,
Learn how to fucking write.
He
Dude.
got the 51 right.
dude. I like the fact that he knew that the space bar was there to put a space between words.
You know, but if you can't spell like you can't write stuff too, you'd imagine. So he can't use the internet.
Oh, dude.
Nah. Well, man, like speech talk though, man. You got it. Like, there's ways
I
around
mean,
it.
he at
Technology.
least knows how to text. I'm
Yeah.
assuming because there's a keyboard on your phone. You can just push the fucking button that looks like the letter.
He's got
you
some-
want.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's my point too. Like, he probably knows like little bits of stuff.
You don't have to text.
You think it's like? Do you think he?
somebody-
It's
You
like,
think he
you think
knows
it's
it?
like some white kid that took like Spanish 3 in high school, and he's like, I got like.
Yeah,
I
probably.
cannot die
Do
in
you-
Mexico.
Do you think he knows how to use a comma?
I think you're giving the Spanish 3 students a little bit too much credit.
Yeah. No. Well, maybe in life, but when in comparison to Floyd Mayweather, I think we're pretty spot on right now. Like, I think.
You know what? You're probably right. It's probably equivalent to somebody that took like high school Spanish.
Yeah.
I got this.
And like 20 years later, is
They're in
trying
Mexico.
to read Spanish.
They
They're
go to-
just like,
they-
yo, vio con Dios.
Dos cervezas.
I told that to somebody
Acqui.
today. I go, every time you try to speak Spanish, you got like surfer Spanish. Like,
Bro.
yo bueno.
Oh, I've never heard it described
Vio-
like that.
Vio con Dios.
That's a great way to describe it. Surfer,
Surfer
Spanish.
Spanish, yeah.
That's good.
Did y'all ever see
Yo bueno.
Tosh.0?
Yo.
Yo bueno.
Yeah.
Yo
That one
bueno,
episode.
dude.
Or
The
which
episode with
one?
the surfer where he's like,
Oh.
whoopah, wah.
I got pissed.
You like
Yeah.
get in there, you're like spitting out. Dude,
And then, yeah, and then, yeah, and then the wave flips over and shwoopa. He does the hand gesture too.
Well,
and then,
yeah.
and then he's like, then the wave comes over and it's like a push. I'm
Getting pitted.
that guy was having an amazing day.
Dude, that guy probably has an amazing life.
Well,
What did then they
By
go,
comparison.
like, you get your second chance. Remember? And they're like,
the redemption.
Yeah,
redemption.
yeah.
What's the turtle on Finding Nemo?
Oh, yeah, he's total surfer, bro.
Surfer,
he sounds-
surfer Spanish.
Surfer turtle.
He sounds just like
I don't know if that's his name.
He sounds stoned.
So are we saying that this is Floyd Mayweather's like?
So Floyd Mayweather's reading is equivalent to somebody that took high school Spanish, not Spanish 3 pre
Spanish 1.
but Spanish 1,
Spanish 1.
and is a
and-
turtle from Finding Nemo.
and hasn't really spoke Spanish
Since.
then. And now he's like looking at a menu and he's like, I know nachos, I know burrito, but
He's like that asshole
that.
white guy that took Spanish 3 and then decides to like retire in Mexico
to
but still
Cabo.
can't talk. Yeah,
he goes
like,
to Cabo and he's like, I can negotiate.
this.
I got this.
He like
Yeah.
he pulls like a 22-year-old girl over there and starts buying her like pina coladas and shit, like ordering them wrong. No, that dude sounds awesome.
it's like, hey, your mas cerveza por favor joke is getting really old. Like,
It's like, we get it. You've got 3 words in your arsenal. That's great. All right. Well, shout out to Floyd Mayweather, man. May the
did
schooling be
anybody
with you.
watch the Fight to Win?
I did not, but I heard JT Torres
Yeah,
beat
so-
Wagner Hocha.
He did.
I watched that. It was a good match.
Was it?
Yeah.
How did he win?
I think on points. It was, no, it was a decision at the end.
He was
Well,
mounted
yeah.
on him when I saw pictures of it. It looked
Yeah,
like
I don't
he
think
was
there
mounted.
was a finish though. I think
Yeah,
it was,
there was
an
no-
one decision.
I don't remember there being a finish. Man, did I even watch it? Maybe I didn't.
Wagner.
The Tex Johnson one. I only watched the Tex Johnson and the Wagner Rocha one. JT Torres and the Tex Johnson. He was just really just sitting the whole time, and then just wouldn't let him pass his guard. He kept on going inverted and getting back to sitting, going inverted. Kept on. So it went nowhere, and then when judge's decision, Tex lost. And then the Wagner Rocha was exciting.
Said it wasn't?
It was.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
exciting.
it was exciting. But yeah, JT won.
Man, I feel like an asshole anytime I do that. To anybody like the muffler.
You
Like
should.
I only do it to people that I
But
know.
how about
like
this?
Oliver.
What about
Yeah, that's
utilizing your the inside of your arm to basically muffle somebody if you have?
Oh, so I'm going for the neck.
yeah.
But
well,
if your
they're
face
not-
is if your face
I'm going
is
for
in
the neck
way,
via eyes, nose, mouth.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
if your face is in the way, tough shit. Like you're gonna give me your neck because you're gonna go like this.
But I mean, sometimes you don't even need the neck if you're across the jaw like that.
Oh yeah, no for sure, dude. There's times I've tapped because I can feel the teeth, like
I've
just
tapped.
dig,
Yep.
into my
If you
cheek.
use this bone right here, right on the side of their face.
Oh, it
and-
sucks.
Yeah, it just turns
So
the head.
I have a really big concern with my bottom teeth because so 3 of the 4 of my front teeth are fake. So I have a
I thought you were
little.
about to say loose. I was like,
No.
I'd be concerned too.
No, they're
No,
fake.
they're
So
not there.
I take out like the bridge that I have when I put my mouthpiece in, and so if anyone ever gets a rear naked choke on me and puts pressure where my bottom teeth are at the bottom of my chin, there's really a lot of pressure on one tooth that's still there, and I believe everyone's strong enough to squeeze hard enough to make that tooth break.
You should take your jiu-jitsu to the next level and just take out that tooth.
So I actually did that for my
Like
first
Ronnie
fight.
Lott style, where they were like, we're gonna have to cut off your finger, or you can't play again. He's like, cut it off.
So whenever I had my first MMA fight, I had one tooth that was loose. I had these 4 teeth root canaled when I was 11, but they told me that after the root canal that my body didn't accept them, and so it was just like it's kind of this.
veneers now, or
No, I
Got a
Just a bridge.
yeah, I got
Oh,
a
okay.
bridge, and so it's similar to this is how the doctor explained it to me. It's similar to if someone gets a finger cut off. You know how you could reattach it if you do it quick enough.
you
And
grow
it'll-
it back if you're
No, yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
But,
if you're part of PJ Masks, Gecko.
Imagine if someone sewed a finger on and then didn't know if it attached or not, or like if your body accepted it or not, and they found out it was dead, but they just
Still on
decided to
your
keep
hand.
it, right? So that's what happened to my teeth, right? And they actually like timed it right. They were like, this happened when I was 11. They were like, yeah, probably in about 10, 11 years, those teeth are gonna maybe fall out. And so
And then you did MMA.
I did MMA, and
Let
my
me help that.
when I turned 21, I had my first MMA fight, and during the sparring session, one tooth got knocked loose, and it was one of the middle ones. And so I remember it being so loose, like a week before my fight. I didn't want, because it's amateur, and amateur can get stopped kind of easily.
Yeah.
I didn't want the tooth to fall out and then me lose the fight because my tooth came out. Right. So the night before,
Swallowed that
or the week before, I tried to pull it out, and what I did, this is actually really gross, because it was loose on both ends, but it was still attached like in the center, right? I tried to put floss all the way through it, but it got
used the like door slam method or like the car method.
and so look, it got
So you tried to like wire saw through it with floss?
yeah, and so it got stuck. Yeah, it got stuck
Cool.
in the middle, right? It got like I couldn't take the floss out at a certain point, and it was just stuck in the middle. And so what I did was
Was I home during
This
this?
is hardcore.
no, I don't know. But what I did
You
was
just thought he was in the bathroom jerking off.
there was
Been in there for an hour, Ricky.
there was so
I
much
use all my dental floss.
there was so much floss hanging out that it was a good grip. So what I did was I like attached the grip to some like pliers, and then
What the fuck?
on the count of 3, I was just like, I gotta go. 1, 2, 3, and I pulled, and it didn't come out, but it was more loose. And so I just like,
Kept going.
yeah, I just kept
Dude,
yanking
Ricky, this
as
is
hard as I could,
insane.
and probably like on the 4th yank, it came out.
And then you passed out.
No, I didn't pass out. It really didn't hurt because it's dead, right? So like all these,
How many yanks does it take to get?
To the
get-
center of a Ricky mouth.
Fuck.
this
That's rough.
Damn.
That's
Ugh.
hardcore, dude.
Man, that's.
Why didn't you just grab the tooth with the pliers?
I tried. No, I tried. It wasn't a good grip. It wasn't a good grip because
I don't
the
think that tooth was ready to come out.
well, so the other 2 teeth. So there's 4, right?
There's
One-
more than that, but yeah.
After you woke up from
Yeah,
the,
there's actually 30 something, but
Is there?
yeah.
No, the 4 that were dead. So I pulled out 1 during an MMA fight, and then the other 2 came out just like during training eventually.
spit 'em out
And
kept
so-
going.
No,
Were
I
you disappointed you didn't get to use the pliers?
Like whenever you get punched in the face and you spit out a tooth, you, like get
Yeah,
get
he's-
your
let's
hands
keep
back
going.
up.
He spits it at his opponent. He spits the tooth out of their
That's
face.
just like intimidation.
no. They were so loose that I went to a dentist, and a lot of dentists were afraid to mess with them actually because some dentists thought that they could save them, but I just looked up the oldest dentist I could find, and I went to him.
Hell yeah.
Hey, that's
dude.
actually a good strategy.
Fuck
bro.
yeah.
And he immediately was like,
Come on,
"Oh
Doc, you've
yeah."
seen old teeth.
He was like,
It's
"Oh yep, we gotta pull these teeth out." Like it was like I didn't even know if he would know what to do, but he was like, "Yep, those gotta come out,"
Well,
and he just immediately took them out.
Yeah.
And after that, he was like, "I'm gonna make you a bridge. Take a bite of this like little mouth guard thing," and he's like, "Okay, your bridge will be ready in 2 weeks." And I was like,
So you're just walking around with no teeth. for a
"Well, so
while.
that's what I said." I was like, "Is there anything you could put in the meantime?" And he was like, "Nope, sorry. This is like the best way to do it." And I was like, "There's nothing. Like I just gotta be."
You got
without
some wood
teeth.
teeth. Or something. I heard George Washington had some wood teeth.
Dude, did you hit up Paul Wall?
He was just like, "Sorry, man." And I walked around for
You
2
coulda
weeks
had a
without
grill,
teeth.
man. You
How
coulda
was
had
your
a
whistling?
Bling grill.
Oh, I couldn't whistle. Oh no, I still could have whistled.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Hey.
Yeah, there you go.
Shout
I
out to
still whistle.
Whistling Ricky. That's great, dude.
You're like my
Dude,
grandfather.
he's like-
used to take his teeth. Like he would like take his dentures out.
Dude, so Ricky reminds me of those dogs that are like missing teeth, so their tongue always hangs out of their mouth.
Ricky, you don't remind me of a dog at all. At all.
That's a hardcore story, man.
That is pretty
When
good.
I was a kid, like I had a lot of teeth removed because I had teeth all over the place.
Yeah.
To make room for the braces, they had to. And one time I had like 7 teeth removed.
Oh,
at one time.
shit.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I probably had like overall like 10 teeth pulled.
Have we ever told the story of how those fucking teeth came out? Have we said that before?
No.
Oh,
It was-
what Ricky's story of pliering his face
No,
off?
no. How they originally
how the actual
how the
teeth
accident
came out.
happened.
Oh no.
Wow.
No, so
When you were
it
young?
was it was during one of my high school football games. So I'm playing football Friday night, and Ricky. So there's the bleachers in Laporte. One side is like concrete. The other side is more of metal bleachers, right? So that was the newer side. That's where the broadcasters were. So it had rained that day earlier, not during the football game, and Ricky was 11, so he was playing with other kids in the stairs. And what happened was he slipped going up and down the bleachers, and you're thinking correctly. The corner of the step hit him like right at the base of the teeth. So his 4 teeth.
It was more gum damage and like
His-
ruined it all.
Yeah.
Well-
so like his 4th teeth popped out. And so the reason he still had him was because a police officer that was at the football game saw it happen, called and gathered the teeth. He gave the teeth to my mom. My mom was freaking the fuck out.
And he's like, "Don't worry about it. Here's his
Yeah,
DNA."
and so after the football game, normally
that's all the police officer gave to your mom was your teeth.
Yeah.
Like, this is all we have left.
that's all we have left. Sorry.
What happened to my son? Are these his teeth?
So
And actually, real quick, the teeth had like pieces of my gums still
In
attached to it.
yeah, it was a it must have been
awesome.
it must have been a good fall, man. Because Ricky, just like he is chunky now, he was
big
chunky
boy.
as an 11-year-old.
I think you look good, Ricky.
And so
Gravity.
I
so
think you look like a middleweight.
after
Did you say that's a lot of gravity?
that's a lot of
Like
gravity.
there's more gravity on me than.
I mean,
gravity on you,
I can
bro.
feel it right now.
Basically, he's saying you had your own gravitational pull
True.
and you brought the bleachers
you,
to you.
you and Oliver are like black holes right here. Me and Isaiah are having to stop from
Hey,
being pulled in.
hey, sir, I'm a hole of color.
Anyway,
HOC.
anyway, dude, so the cop gathers the gums, right, and gives them to my mom. At the end of the football game, this is like a standard thing for varsity football. Like you go and you like slap the hands of your home crowd or you say hello or whatever. So I'm going by and like high-fiving everybody, and people are like, "Your brother's in an ambulance," and I'm like, "What?" And like, "Yeah, he's going to the hospital." I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" And so somebody brings me my
ruin our good time.
yeah, it ruined my good time. I just won, man. No, somebody brings me my mom's keys and was like, she said, you need to take the car home. Yeah, they were like, you need to take the car home. Like your mom's going to the hospital with your brother. And then she called me not too long after that from the ambulance.
Do you remember that pain?
Actually, like there really wasn't a whole lot of pain. It was like,
Adrenaline?
yeah,
Probably.
So whenever I hit the teeth, when the teeth came out, the first thing that I remember thinking was
I'm in
my
trouble.
mom. Yeah, my mom is gonna
So
kill
pissed.
me,
Yeah.
right? And she sees me like fall, and she looks at me and she goes, "Are you okay?" And I try to say yeah, but my tongue doesn't bump against anything, so it's just like leaking blood.
Yeah.
Man.
She just saw her 11-year-old turn into a
So,
zombie.
hopefully-
fucking blood come out of the mouth.
Hopefully your competitors aren't Fifth Stripe podcast listeners because you just told them your weak spot. You're basically
Shout
your
out to
kill
our
spot.
Asian market.
Your kill spot.
I mean, not really. There's nothing there anymore.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think our Asian market consists of some dude
Well,
that
you
works
did
at
say
Payway.
if somebody's got his back and
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
if
I mean,
they're trying
if
to
somebody,
squeeze
yeah,
my
so like
ball.
you can go for the neck or you can go for the face.
Well, Ricky, I don't know if you've seen, but there's a self-defense video on the internet that when someone gets you in a rear naked, what you need to do is grab the back of your own head and drive your chin into their forearm. They'll let go immediately. It's
Really?
yeah, it's a pressure point. I saw
It's
it
a
on,
pressure point.
I saw it on the internet.
You could probably throw someone with
interwebs.
that, though, right?
Well,
was that one of the Downer
Someone could.
DVDs?
yeah, it was the introduction to leg locks. It was
Lead locks?
Lead locks.
Lead locks.
Lead locks. Yeah.
Those things are heavy.
Blah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Shut up, man. I
Lead-
just flew
lead
in
game.
today.
You flew in?
Yeah.
Are your arms tired?
Oh my God! One dad joke a fucking episode, Berto. Jesus. At least pepper in some spice before you do
You
that.
fucking
God.
led me into that one. You are a dad. I'm not even a dad. Can you stop exhaling?
Anyway,
That you know of.
that
that's
is
true.
true. That is true.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
No.
I thought you have to count until they say stop. And That's
Oh.
how many Cokes you owe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nobody wants Cokes anymore.
No.
true.
No, I don't.
I
So,
wonder if like kids
so
say something else now.
no, dude.
Yes,
so I
yes,
did. I
you
did.
owe me some Coke.
Dude, I
That's
did this to
probably
a
what it is.
kid. I did this to a kid. Like,
Give me cocaine.
You owe me some Coke. How many grams? 1, 2, 7, 14.
dude,
Sorry, Professor, you owe me 8 ball now.
Fuck. Shit, what are you doing for the next month?
Jinx
It's
has
gonna be
changed
great.
a lot.
Jinx
Jeez,
has
dude,
changed.
You can make some money off
hardcore Jinx.
Jinx. What do you do for a living, Jinx?
Dude, no, so I did this to a kid, right? There's this kid in our juniors class. He's like 11, right? And like we said the same thing at the same time. And I said, Jinx, you owe me a Coke. And he was just like, like but I didn't really say anything after that. We just
Did
kind
he
of,
actually buy you a Coke?
the next class, he
Wow.
brought me
He's
a Coke.
the only one in the history to actually deliver
And he
on
said,
the Jinx Coke.
he said his dad was like, yeah, my dad said I had to bring you a Coke. And I was just like,
Man, shout out to that dad.
I have dude, even as a kid,
No,
Never.
Nobody's ever.
Nobody ever
delivered.
has actually gotten you a Coke off of a Jinx.
No.
Have you heard of the Jinx rule where they can't speak?
They can't talk. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
we're thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's like
So I used to play that when I was in
Jinx.
school.
but I think so.
That's
There's
horrible for a podcast, by the way.
there's
Yeah,
two
this
rules,
is-
right? There's two rules to that
Bad.
one. I've heard the one where they can't speak until they get you a Coke, or
Say your name.
they can't speak until someone says your name 5 times.
Or
like Candyman,
Or you die.
Wait,
like, what
somebody-
are the stakes here?
somebody says your name 5 times.
Yeah, so let's say I'm jinxed, so I can't
sounds like
speak.
Ricky. I'm stopping at 3. I really don't want to hear you anymore, bud. No, I'm just joking. Ricky. There
Boom,
you go.
now
Okay.
it's
Oh
on.
shit!
Boom.
I did it.
So
did it.
I thought Ricky was silent for the rest of the podcast. He's like,
oh,
I would have
shit.
had to be.
Man, well, we didn't jinx.
We should play Jinx
True.
when Ryan comes on.
Oh no, we want Ryan. Ryan, actually, I'm kind of looking forward to Ryan coming back here. I think he might bring some news.
He's got some news.
Yeah,
He-
he's got.
he
nudes.
be having news.
He's definitely bringing some nudes.
Oh fuck. No, we want followers,
"Those aren't
man.
the nudes we want."
Yeah, those
said
are not the nudes we want.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Those are the nudes you want.
You don't want
Ryan-
you already have.
Send Oliver some dick pics right now.
Ryan, my mailbox is full.
He was watching. So.
Was he? Shout out to Ryan. Hey, I hope you feel better, Ryan. I saw you posting a picture of your
I
100.
saw Oliver's phone
degree.
just vibrate.
Oh, did it?
Oh, dick pics coming in hot.
Oh, look, he just jumped for his phone.
Oh shit.
He's like,
Oh,
oh,
look at all those.
Damn, Ryan. That's
you got some
cute.
girth.
Yeah, no.
You got some girth.
Why is your dick wearing a Hawaiian shirt? That's
It's
amazing.
not long,
Yeah.
but it's thick.
Yeah, it's like a tuna can coming at you.
I'm not gonna hit the back, but I'll bore out them sides.
Yeah.
Right? That's
We won't hit the back of a tuna can, but
that's
We're all just
confusing.
assuming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of us are. So one of us had a training session this weekend with him.
oh, so it's
William Tackett?
Oh, shout out to the Tackets. That's right. That's the second shout out. What's up? Yeah, thanks Ryan for tuning in. So, and shout out to your dick. So do we have anything else to talk about after that? That's a weird one to come up after.
oh man.
So this weather, huh?
Yeah,
this weather, huh?
dude. Honestly,
Crazy.
fuck this weather, man. It was horrible getting off the plane today.
I'm gonna bring
Those
that.
are
I'm
bad.
gonna bring the Wyatt perp next time.
What?
The
What did
Oh, the Wyatt
perp.
perp.
Yeah, I'll bring the Wyatt. Man, so I brought a beer that I haven't bought before, and it's just because Mini Boss was out at my
Yeah.
current locale.
And
gas
Mini Boss is
station.
amazing.
Mini Boss is great.
Yeah.
But there's this other beer that's also really good. It's called Voodoo Ranger.
I've had
So
that.
you know what's funny about New Belgium is that they have different versions of Voodoo Ranger. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
They have like an Imperial. They have a hazy, but they always call it Voodoo Ranger. So they've made a couple
They're in Colorado.
offshoots.
Right?
Is New Belgium Colorado?
Aren't they owned by Coors or something?
I'm not sure, but they have that one beer called Hemperor that is fucking delicious.
I
And
think it's in. I think it's Colorado.
I mean, I'm sure it's on the bottle. It says New Belgium, so
Yeah. Well, that's just left of old Belgium.
yeah.
So bursting with flavor. Oh yeah, Fort Collins, Colorado.
Fort Collins.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I was trying to think of the name, but there's a bunch of
And-
breweries in Fort Collins.
And Ash,
Like
dude,
Sierra Nevada's in Fort Collins.
there are so many breweries in Colorado. Like every little town has their own
Well,
brewery.
Denver was like the microbrew hub
Mhm.
at one point.
So I went to Colorado 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and yeah, there was so many.
Were the mountains
breweries.
still there? They were there when
Yeah.
I was there last weekend.
Yeah,
That's
they were
cool.
there.
That's good.
I heard they went away for the summer.
Anybody else
They're
want a voodoo?
migratory. They're
There
migratory.
you go. Here's a
Hey,
bottle opener.
And
Hashtag Ken.
Ken, like
Ken.
the doll,
The
Barbies,
doll.
Barbies,
The
dude.
doll. Yeah, except the black one that trains at our school.
Dude,
he gave me this.
KOC,
So,
Ken of Color,
Ken of Color.
Ken of Color. Shout out, to
Shout
Ken.
out Ken. Thank you for the bottle opener.
Is
Yes,
that
sir.
is that his nickname? Because I don't think we should.
Yeah, that should not be his nickname.
No, absolutely not. But shout out to Ken for the bottle opener.
I don't think there's too many other Kens. I don't
yeah,
think we need
no,
to, like,
no,
just-
we could just say Ken.
Okay, yeah.
We'll stick with Ken.
We can say Kenny.
There's only one Ken.
No,
There's only one Ken.
There's only one. Is there?
Yeah.
There's just one?
is there only one Ken?
There's
just
a
one?
there's a
Well, there's a parent
someone-
also, Ken. There's,
used to
there's
train.
There's Dad
He used to
Ken.
train.
I
Dad
think
Ken
there-
used to train.
There may be some in the teens, and or yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but the
no names.
Ken,
Yeah, there we go.
Barbie doll.
Bar-
Let's just stick with
Bar-
Ken. I
Barbie's
think we all
dude.
know what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
Yeah.
Barbie dude
Shout out to Ken,
for the bottle opener.
bottle opener Ken.
I love that this thing says like not for climbing. So,
Really?
this,
Like
this is
somebody,
a, yeah, this
free
is a
soloers. Like,
yeah, this
it's
is a,
like,
a carabiner bottle
what
opener.
got him? Well, he mixed up his carabiners with a bottle opener.
I love that it
Fell to
says
his death.
not for climbing. Who
He's-
the fuck would
He's like
actually-
100 feet up and he's looking for his next carabiner and he pulls that out and he's just like,
Oh, fuck.
No, what the sad thing is he's up the mountain, then he goes to open his bottle opener, he can't find that thing. He's like 5 rows down. He's like, shit.
oh,
Nah,
he has
yeah,
his
but I
carabiner.
like I
You're
just
gonna die.
I noticed he had this on him and I was like, dude, that's
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool. And he just gave it to me and I've had it on my fanny pack ever since.
Everywhere in Austin, I think that we went, there was a rock climbing facility like right next. Like Flow Grappling was in a cool place because it was right at the same facility as Austin East Side.
Yeah, Austin Eastsiders.
And then Friends and something brewery was right there too. But then there was also a rock climbing like facility.
Oh,
right
that's
there.
cool.
It
Dude.
seemed like really cool, like a little area. And then we went to this coffee shop, coffee shop on the way out, and then there was a huge rock climbing facility there too. So.
A lot of
Dude,
rocks out
whenever
there.
I went to Colorado with Austin, we went snowboarding at Pagosa Springs. There was like 2 breweries in this little ass town, and one was called Riff Raff Brewing,
Nice.
right?
Shit.
And we legit asked them like, "Do you know who is this named after Riff Raff the rapper?" They had no fucking clue who that person was.
Did you show YouTube videos
So
after
that-
that?
Joey High Roller?
I didn't have time because it was like a brewery, but also there were like a full kitchen at a restaurant and everything. So the people serving us were busy. I didn't have to be like, look at this guy with this weird fucking grill going. Nah, nah, nah,
My
nah, nah."
favorite, still my favorite, and I know we've talked about this, but when he goes, I dropped out of elementary school because of recess. Too many games.
Too many games.
There was
Dude.
there was an interview that he had where he talks about like how him and Kanye West were like best friends in 7th grade. They would always hang out, but then like in 8th grade, for whatever reason, like Kanye West just stopped talking to
Became a
him,
genius.
and they just like they just
All he could think about was shoes. Like he's like one day.
yeah.
Did you
I'm
say
gonna
he became a genius?
It's like all this is total
He's a
bullshit.
genius of our generation.
I'm sorry, self-proclaimed, right?
Self-proclaimed.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But hey,
Do you eat fish sticks?
this beer like just Voodoo. Have y'all heard of Annabelle? I mean, y'all have obviously heard of
I have
Annabelle.
a friend named
the,
Annabelle.
the doll, the like haunted doll.
Mhm.
So I was watching a thing about it today. There's a lot of like reports with that.
So you're talking about like a voodoo doll?
Yeah. Well, no,
Have you ever
actually,
been to, like,
Annabelle is
New
not a-
Orleans? They got, like,
Yeah,
voodoo
I-
dolls.
yeah, I have.
Annabelle's not a voodoo doll.
Yeah,
though. She's
Annabelle's not a
possessed
voodoo
You're
doll.
talking about the like movie Annabelle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the little girl.
but
in the-
it's a real doll that is being kept inside of a house, inside of a little box.
it's
That
still there today because they so many.
Is this in
Yeah.
Russia?
no,
Is
it's
this
in
inside of a box. Inside of a
it's
box.
in Massachusetts, and the
Pretty much Russia.
the
No.
the wood that it's being contained in is like dipped in holy water and stuff. Yeah, and there's like a stamp on. So I watched a video of the actual Annabelle doll today, but the reports of it,
So
like
people are still afraid of it.
yeah, absolutely, and like I don't believe in any supernatural stuff really, but I think it's so interesting that there's so many reports from different people
Just like
with this doll.
Amityville Horror.
Yeah.
You know
Oh, yeah,
Amityville
yeah.
in
New York.
Long Island.
Yeah.
You can still go buy that house. And it's still for sale. Nobody wants to buy it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll buy it. How much is it?
I don't think you will.
$20.
$20. $20
Would you live in that? Did you see the movie?
Oh
There was like.
Have you heard of the
I
Amityville?
I have not seen the
think they
movie.
were
Can-
like they were
no, can
doing,
someone
like-
go over this?
Yeah,
Because
no,
I need to.
so-
Haunted House.
Amityville. As far as I know, it's a song by Eminem.
It isn't. It's a haunted house. It's one of the probably most famous haunted
That
house
and the
stories
haunting in
ever.
Connecticut,
well,
right?
but
Yeah,
why is
yeah.
it haunted?
Yeah.
Like
Why?
So
Who
I think
died- who
they were
died,
Like,
what
there was like
died?
some kind of dungeon down in the bottom that they were like basically murdering people,
Okay.
and the house just is evil.
You
Dude,
know,
I-
when you murder a bunch of people in a dungeon, it kind of
I'll-
lingers.
I'll
Like
go
that-
fucking stay
That
at
or
that
Indian
house.
Burial Grounds will fuck you up, right?
Yep, that is true.
As long as I can have for certain, no other person can be at the grounds of that house, I will fucking stay the night there.
Will you live there?
Hmm?
Because the movie, the guy.
He gets
So
evil.
he
Isn't
starts-
Ryan Reynolds in
he's-
there?
Yeah, Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds. He
Ryan
slowly
Reynolds.
starts going crazy. Like he starts becoming possessed.
I'm already on antipsychotics, man, so
and
it's
he's
good.
like carrying around an axe.
Oh,
and
this
his
sounds
family's
great.
afraid
Yeah,
of
I'm
him.
already on antipsychotics. I'm
Basically,
good.
Berto's like, bro, I just like stopped taking meds and hang out for a few hours. Same thing.
They're my peeps.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna.
He's like,
be
oh,
the
that was
horror.
actually me. Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
to murder people in this house?
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna haunt the ghost here.
They're just gonna get drunk.
Don't fuck with
That's
Ryan
pretty-
Reynolds though.
That's pretty much, I would just drink beer and pet
You know
my
what?
dogs.
Well, how come the ghost hunter hasn't stayed at that house?
Dude, I love when ghost hunters are like,
That's a good
there's
question.
The show, the ghost hunter, that
Yeah.
Zach guy, that
I love when they're like, there's some weird electro activity going on right now. And it's like, yeah, you have a camera crew, a boom mic.
Right.
Like, what the fuck do you
A whole
think?
production trailer
Yeah,
sitting outside.
There's a production trailer outside.
Have y'all seen
You
when?
just installed Wi-Fi in a house that's never had it.
Have you
Still
seen
hasn't
when
seen
South
any
Park
ghosts.
makes fun of them? Like South Park is making fun of them, and they're like, "Oh, I feel something warm. It's on my leg," and they like look,
he's
and he's
pissing
like
himself.
pissing himself. He's like, "Oh my goodness, what is this?" Right, and then like
It's
other
creeping
people-
down my leg.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I feel it. I feel it too.
that guy has become a caricature of himself. Like he's like a hipster, like ghost tracer now, where he's got like, the slick back hair, like
He has a neck scarf in the middle of summer. Yeah.
But
He only looks for free range ghosts,
like
non-GMO.
now that his career is being this person, he's just got to amplify it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And so any house that he goes, any show, to keep it entertaining, they have to be like, oh,
He's
I got
extra.
possessed in that one. It's
The
You remember that
so
episode where blah
fucking
blah blah happened? Oh yeah, that one. No,
remember
that
one
to-
time they got scratched
that
and he's
totally
like
happened.
sitting in the corner, and he's acting like he's possessed, and they're like, what's wrong with him? And then he like chases them, like it's so bad.
That's like so
So
that's like the dog whisperer. I think he got ridiculed so much that he has to be a character of himself.
Yeah.
Like
Jose, right?
I don't know. It's
South
fucking-
Park-
Caesar.
Caesar Milan.
South Park makes fun of him too. I think Eric
South Park makes fun
Cartman.
of everybody,
I think
dude.
Eric Cartman
You are
like
not
hits
safe
him.
from South Park. If
Yeah.
you
No, somebody does that to Cartman. Somebody's like,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Caesar
he
does
he
it
actually
to
calms down. And Cartman's like, what the fuck? It's still and shit. And Cartman's
works,
like,
man.
it works on Cartman.
the creators of South Park, they're like, I don't like Republicans, but I can't fucking stand liberals.
Right.
Like
It's
everyone's
hilarious.
free
It
reign.
is.
Like they're not safe.
Everybody's a target.
What they bring a Whole Foods to South Park.
Oh, that was.
Fuck. Man, to be honest, I've really not kept up with like the last year, maybe year and a half of
It's
South
still
Park.
funny.
It's hilarious.
I
But
remember when I was in middle school.
dude, because I used to watch it so religiously, I just kind of fell off of it.
the Woodlands Critter Creature one was the best one. I think.
Hey, but going back to like paranormal stuff, there's a YouTube channel called BuzzFeed Unsolved, and they split their playlist between supernatural and true crime. Now, all their episodes are good. I prefer their true crime because they really break down the theories, like not just theories that they have, but popular theories in culture and what else could have happened, as well as like the different people who could have murdered whoever, right? They have one episode over Jimmy Hoffa. They have one
Black
over
Dahlia.
the Black Dahlia, which is they have two over the Black Dahlia, and it seems like they pretty much like solved it.
What's the Black Dahlia?
The Black Dahlia is it's a lady in I
Actress.
think it
The
was
actress, the
it was in the
face
40s.
Oh fuck!
It was,
I think
The
it was
original
in,
Joker scars.
she
that
got the
shit.
Joker scars.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
original Joker
so-
scars. It was in it was in Hollywood, right?
It was in Hollywood. I
They thought it
think
was
in
some
the
big-time
40s
producer?
or 50s. No,
Is that one of the theories it was though?
The main there's two theories, and I'll get to that here. But they found her laying in like a field of grass. It was this lady walking her dog, like an old lady walking her dog, and they found a chick that looked pale white, like a mannequin, cut in half, like completely cut in half.
You said she was painted white?
Pale white.
Oh, pale white.
Yeah, like her blood was drained.
Drawn, yeah.
Right? So pale white, blood was drained, cut in half, and then she has the Joker scars, and she's like,
She's laid out.
she's laid out in a specific position. All right, and she's like totally naked.
She was like found up in the hills somewhere, right?
It was just in
Yeah,
a
lady was
Like in a
walking her
park or
dog.
something?
She like this?
No, she wasn't
It
dabbing.
was a movie, right?
The lady was walking.
They made a
her dog?
movie about it. No,
Yeah,
this was
yeah,
a real
No,
thing.
no, no, no.
No,
The,
that
the,
was
the
it?
lady was going to get her shoes repaired.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So the
She
lady
was
was
getting
going to get her shoes repaired. And she found it. She called it in, which brought up the topic like anytime you call in a murder, you're a suspect,
Yeah.
which sucks.
Yeah.
But
That's why you just don't report crime.
yeah,
I'm just saying, ain't no snitch.
but either way, this channel has so many good
It's BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed
I always
Unsolved.
feel like
Yeah.
BuzzFeed's like not legit anymore.
Yeah.
The source of
Because of the
news.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Well,
News and stuff,
so
yeah.
so these two.
Yeah.
This seems
It's-
more intriguing.
Yeah,
than
and
informative.
it's ran by two dudes. Like it's
Two
just
dudes.
Oh, that's legit.
BuzzFeed is?
no
We
this
got 5.
this
Oh,
BuzzFeed
two guys?
Unsolved.
Oh,
Never,
okay.
never mind.
You could tell that they have like the freedom to do what they want, and one of them, it seems like one of them for sure really cares about it all. The other one is kind of just along for the ride.
So they
But that
basically
makes
have
it-
one dude.
That makes it funny though, because
1.5 men.
the guy's reacting to everything. Like the guy who doesn't seem to care so much, he reacts to everything as we would, and it's I don't know, it's pretty funny.
I have like over analysis, or what do you call it? Paralysis by analysis now. Anytime I'm like sit down to watch something, there's too many choices. I spend my entire
Overanalyze it.
time,
Oh yeah.
30 minutes
Looking for a show.
Yeah.
trying to decide what to watch,
Yeah.
and then I end up like picking something that I've seen. Like,
You're like, fuck
already.
it, the Sunny
Like, go
Sunny
back to-
reruns or something.
Yeah, or go back to Rick and Morty. like,
Yeah.
but I
Same.
spend like 30
Dude.
minutes trying to figure out what to watch.
Dude,
'Cause
the
I
best
go to
part-
all the different platforms too.
I build my list, like my watch list is so fucking long, and I'm like, I have all this shit I need to watch. But when it comes
Dude.
time to
And
sit
you don't
down,
watch it.
I don't go through that list at all.
You know, one that you should really watch is you should watch the BuzzFeed Unsolved video over the Cleveland torso murders. All right, and so
He only killed torsos?
No, he only left torsos.
Just left torsos? Like
Yeah.
no
So, like,
right arm, no right shoulder.
to neck, waist to neck.
That's an L cut.
Yeah.
No, left torso. That's just left shoulder,
No,
one nipple.
so
That's it.
I'm saying like cut off the head, cut off the arms,
Zach,
cut off the.
Zach, do you know who Elliot Ness is?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
Well,
like
we actually also have a screen.
Is that
We can pull it
Ness's
up
first name from Super Smash Bros?
No, he's the original monster from Loch Ness. That's who we're looking for in the water.
Did we fight
Bless you.
him in a?
no.
Yeah.
Do you for real know who Elliot Ness is?
Here, look, we'll pull it up on our handy new
Aw,
screen
shit.
of truth, bro.
Can we
Look
pull
at
up
that.
things on there?
Elliot,
Yeah, dude.
Are
This
we
is how
all
do things.
technological?
Elliot Ness is considered to be one of the best detectives of all time. He is responsible for like incarcerating a lot of like Italian mobsters in New York, I believe.
Wasn't he? What was that movie with Kevin Costner? Who was about that? I can't remember. Wasn't it him doing the? God, now I gotta look it
How
up.
come
I'm not
pictures
sure.
of old, like really old pictures,
Oh
they
shit.
never look like the same person.
Elliot
Yeah.
Ness.
So look, this guy Elliot Ness,
Cameras were so unreliable back then.
he was brought in for the Cleveland torso murders, right? So like this serial killer was getting away with so much stuff, and he knew it. So he was leaving like body part remains
In
at
front
the
of his
police
house
station.
and stuff.
Yeah. So look, when they brought in Elliot Ness, they were like, "Oh shit, this dude's gonna get caught." And then this serial killer left 2 bodies in front of Elliot Ness's house.
It was probably Elliot Ness.
Oh, so he was the main guy in Untouchable.
Yeah, that's who it was. Kevin Costner played him in
Kevin
Untouchables.
yeah.
Untouchables. That was good. That was the whole thing about him bringing down Capone.
Yeah. So he
that's
brought down
what he did.
Capone.
Yeah.
He brought down Capone.
That's a
in
good
his-
movie if you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Isn't that with the one with the baby stroller at the end of it? The dramatic baby stroller dropping down the
Did he catch the torso
stair
guy?
scene?
No, he didn't. And like that's kind of like his stain on his reputation is that he never caught the dude. But like whenever you look at the BuzzFeed Unsolved theories, they talk about the case.
Maybe he got killed by him.
No, he didn't get killed by him. But they talk about the
Scroll
case from detectives who have continued.
Look at
to
it says
study,
beer.
They continue to study the case after the case has been closed, and so now today you can be pretty sure who did it, but because they
it's
never
pronounced who done it, Coach Ricky.
because they never
Whodn't
really like were able to convict anyone, it remains unsolved.
What's the serial killer's name?
It's called they just call him the Cleveland Torso Murder. Type.
Okay.
There's a book called Torso.
Comic book called.
Oh, comic book. Torso Motors there. There you go. That's the.
Oh shit! Torso Murders, Cleveland Police Museum. Shout out to anybody in Cleveland. If you've been to the Cleveland Police Museum,
There's also a book called In the Wake of the Butcher.
Man, shout out to anybody who murders torsos. That's pretty sweet.
yeah. Fuck all them torsos.
Man, like,
That's what they think.
Is that what he looked like?
what? Man, that's why they weren't.
That looks
That's
like
why they never
every serial
found him.
killer.
Yeah.
That looks like Oliver.
Oh, because he's white.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
dude,
that
you
makes
can see
sense.
his ribs.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Never mind. Sorry.
Damn. Coming from Ricky.
Yeah, you can't see my ribs anymore.
You can't see that either.
I do nothing but stand up for you, Ricky.
We
I
know
do
where it
nothing but
started.
stand up for you, and we know how hard that is for me because I
We
have
know
horrible
where
cardio.
It started, I think, a week before the Houston Open.
Asshole.
What?
You thick Rick.
There was no
The
thick
thickness?
Rick before.
The thickness?
That's before Professor Draculino came to you and goes, "We need thick Rick," and then
Oh,
you took it
dude.
and you.
I ran with it.
It got
Ran
legs.
with it, and
It got legs. Yeah, it got legs.
and then he gained some more weight.
well, it's because of the extra legs.
So he
Now-
ran with it, but not too much.
Now you're going up another weight.
No.
No,
Okay.
No,
you're competing in the middle though.
In Tokyo, yeah, I think I am.
So he's going up.
So he's going up another weight.
I did middle at Houston.
Oh, so you've been fat.
Sure, one or the other.
Ricky,
but like,
despite your previous comment, Dick, I think you look very nice.
thank you.
Yeah, shut.
You think his dick looks very nice?
I think you're finally growing into your body.
You growing your dick into your body? That's
It's called-
weird.
It's called.
Whoa,
ingrown.
hey,
That's an
hey,
ingrown
no,
dick.
hey, chill. Look at victim number one's head. Yeah.
Where's
How the
his torso?
how the fuck do we have his head if he's a torso murderer? You completely just.
because there's a torso down there.
That has
shit.
legs, bro. That's just someone's That's decapitation.
Yeah, that's
It's
just
not a
decapitation.
torso.
Edward
Like,
Edward
you could say, "I am a
Andrasi.
torso."
It says Edward Andrasi, decapitated head, and then his body. He was in good shape.
It's a dark episode, guys.
Yeah.
Birdo's. Nah, he looks like he works out.
He looks like he works out.
So these videos really do a good job of like diving deep into the details of
that
the
deep dive.
of the case. So if you are ever looking for something new to watch, you should totally.
Kingsbury Row murder.
Yes. Oh,
Oh, that's a
that's
good
the.
one.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's
Kingsbury
yeah,
Row
because
murders.
that's the area of like the
Yeah, where the homeless live.
like a bunch of homeless lived there, but it was also like dive bars there, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
So a lot of them would get all fucked up, and I guess this murderer would go to this place and kind of tell people
pick and
like,
choose?
Yeah, he just fucking.
He probably just
random.
picked the most
Oh,
fucked
look
up
at that.
person.
Yeah, I know.
Man, that dude has eyes painted on top of his like
He looks
eyelids.
nothing like his
No,
picture.
dude, those are eyeballs painted on top of his eyelids.
It looks like they used fruit to
Wait,
remake his
Is
face.
that the real body? Is that his real head?
That's his real head.
And then they just kind of.
Dude, they just make
That looks like the
they put
fucking.
makeup on it.
That almost looks like a Michael Myers mask.
Oh God, look at that, shit.
Heads?
Is that the actual heads?
That
no,
is.
they can't put
No way. I'm
Dude,
about
you
to
can't
say
put
there's
skin
no way.
like
They made
face
all of
skin
these
masks,
out of crushed
dude.
Skittles.
Oh, those are edible.
No,
Yeah,
you
they're
see
magically delicious.
you've seen those ramen repair videos that they're doing right recently.
That's what that
well, that's
is.
what they've been doing. That's crushed ramen.
Crushed ramen.
the-
Ooh, fuck.
Obviously, that one's crushed
That
ramen.
looks like that's made out of peanut butter.
This looks like an episode of Robot Chicken.
That looks like someone's
Yeah,
like
it does.
I'm good at baking. Would you like a custom cupcake?
Fuck.
That looks fucking gross.
Look at those nostrils, though.
Yeah.
All right, maybe this isn't the best. Oh, we made
But
Yeah.
severed
The-
heads from the
Severed heads.
so the guy that they expect, or the guy that they suspect that did it all, it's really interesting.
It's also the Zodiac killer.
Oh shit.
No, they caught him.
Mind
Didn't they catch
blown.
him?
No, they didn't catch him. That's why it's unsolved.
Who's the one that they caught? That
Zodiac?
from the 23andMe thing?
Oh, I don't know.
Caught a serial killer from 21andMe?
Yeah, it's from one of those. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
I don't know.
the Cleveland torso murder,
Charles Manson.
there was a homeless guy who lived who said he
How do you live with just a torso?
no he didn't get murdered. He said some dude was like some doctor was telling him to like come back to his place and like
That's probably how he was.
He's like, you want to
pushing
come
him.
back to my place and play doctor? You're like, not
Dude,
really.
and-
Cut off your head. I mean, we're gonna
Yeah,
do
he-
some experiments.
Say,
he
bro,
was-
you like head? I mean, kinda.
he was able to get away, but he was all drunk and like fucked up.
So you
Who,
got
the
Gatorade?
doctor or the hobo?
The hobo.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. This was Dr. Cosby.
No,
Here, sir, drink this. You look woozy. Come back
Yeah,
with me.
yeah, you look a little woozy.
so what ended up happening was the police took this guy like around the area that he said he was in,
Yeah.
but they couldn't find a doctor's office. But later on, after the case was closed, they found out that this one doctor, he got like a little office for rent that he never he never practiced medicine in, but he just had this office for rent there, and it was right next door to a what are the places where they like keep corpses for funerals?
Morgue?
Yeah, it was next to a morgue, and so it had like a blood drain and all this stuff, and so they figured this out. I don't know, 20 years after the case, but around the time of the last murder, a little bit after the last murder, that doctor. He like resigned and checked himself into like a mental institution and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so like you can assume that was the guy, but because he was never convicted, the case remains
Oh,
unsolved.
he never will be, man. Plead insanity at that point, right?
Nah, he's dead probably by now.
Yeah, he's old,
Yeah,
but
that is true.
like it's just so crazy that
Like when you spend your free time like murdering people and cutting up torsos, like when you stop, what do you do to fill your void? Like you don't like go bird watching.
Professor Allen's
Dude.
not here to ask.
Oh,
Dude.
So,
Because like that's
tune in next week.
I mean, that's just super fucking weird, you know, like
What, cutting people up?
that. But just having an office that you don't use, like consistently renting out an office for a long time. You fun motherfuckers. And then just not using it, that's just suspect as fuck. Like you could be throwing orgy parties in there or whatever the fuck, but he was probably killing people.
Yeah, that's I almost feel like we're cheating on Alan talking about this when he's not here.
this is-
So
this is
wait,
totally-
wait. Speaking of though, I did text him earlier. I was like, "Hey, you coming tonight?" He's like, "Oh man, I got home from work late," and I told him, "Boo, we're gonna call you out." So, hey, Alan, guess what? This is the only episode we're gonna be talking about missing people, and you fucking missed out, and you're not gonna get to join in.
I mean,
any
I'm
other
sure he could shoot his
conversations.
hands out right now and like say something about somebody that is lost currently.
Professor
Alan,
Allen has
send us a
some
message.
Professor
Sorry.
Allen has some
He's-
skills though, because he's aware. I don't even know how you keep up with all this stuff, but he's aware of like
Email list.
current people that are missing. Like
Yeah,
yesterday.
because he knows where they are.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, we're
He's
not.
like, look at this really
this
interesting
is
thing that
all I'm
happened.
saying. I ain't snitching. All right, so look.
Snitches get stitches.
Shout out to Professor Allen and his side jobs.
Such
hey, we've all seen Breaking Bad
What
here,
if he
huh?
was the Cleveland
No.
steamer the whole time?
his odd jobs.
No, you can though. You can though. It's been spoiled to me a long time ago.
So one thing I think that's really interesting in
He's a teacher. He sells drugs. Spoiled.
no, one thing I think Zach, have you seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
So one thing I think is really interesting about Breaking Bad is that there's that business where you can go missing. Like if you want to go right?
Like pay enough money if you want to go missing.
Do you remember what the front of that shop was? It was a vacuum repair shop, which is so crazy because it sounds like it could be real, but it also sounds like it's something like who would do that, right? Like people tend to just buy a new vacuum, but you go there and you're supposed to ask. You go there, you're supposed to ask like to repair like a super old vacuum, and then the dude is like, "Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
They did
Man,
that too.
you know-
Then they go in and they go.
Yeah.
You know what I think about is I think about the thing of like what's the movie where Keanu Reeves
John Wick."
Point Break.
Wick. Yeah. So
Matrix.
John Wick.
Bill and Ted's Excellent
So
Adventure.
John Wick. They have like a crew
The
that
new
comes
one,
in. In all of them, there's like a crew that he calls whenever he kills somebody
Yeah,
in a
the
place.
cleanup crew.
The cleanup crew.
Yeah.
So,
They're in
dude,
Pulp Fiction as well.
yeah.
The
So
Wolf.
this is the thing that like I've been thinking about is like in a lot of the mafia movies. I'm down to start up a cleanup crew if I can fucking get some business. But like,
They actually hold all the risk.
You know what the problem is? You don't advertise for businesses like that.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, do you guys think that these like groups are out there? Like, you can just call them and be like, yeah, I got 3 dead bodies inside of an office.
have you
You
ever
only
have
know
you ever
it if
been
you're a
on
hitman.
have you ever been on the dark web?
Dude,
Have you?
No.
Yeah.
Hey,
You can
actually,
I have not.
Yeah,
actually, I
Or
bet you
get
those
back.
crews like happen not intentionally. I bet you it's just people that are trying to like.
I don't know,
Well,
man.
No, look. I
That
bet
sounds like a profession.
That sounds like someone who's like, you know what? We're gonna do some spring cleaning and some pressure
No, no,
washing,
no.
but the business is slow. How else can we clean up? Murders.
No, it's like this, right? It's like if I was trying to build my way into this gangster mafia type stuff, and then like I get assigned the jobs that no one wants to do.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, right. Instead of there being a professional cleanup crew, there's just people that they have so low on the totem pole that they're just like, hey, you want to be a part of this? Clean up all this shit. You have an hour.
Yeah,
So
I bet
basically, I think it's all
start-
on the job training.
It
Yeah.
started with like a mob boss's like best friend was like always there to be like, hey, let me
no,
take
it was
care of
it was
this.
a mob boss's stepson.
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 Yeah.
Hey, you got something I need cleaning? I know somebody that can do some
No,
cleaning.
you know what it was? What it was is the dad was like, he's like, hey, what are you doing today? He's like, nothing. He's like, listen, I need something from you, son. And the guy's like, I've been waiting 12 years for you to say that. He's like, go fucking clean up the murders.
clean
he's
up
like,
those-
He's like, all right, dad. And he's
Go
like,
clean
no,
up
no,
the
no,
brain
too
and
soon.
guts.
Yeah, too soon. You can't call me dad yet.
Yeah, that cleanup crew in John Wick, don't they like fix all the stuff and he just gives them like a gold token?
Yeah, he like flicks like a gold
Yeah.
token from fucking
I think it was from
Mario.
Chuck E. Cheese.
I think
Chuck
he
E.
got it
Cheese.
out of a
It is
fucking
like
Wonka
Mario
bar, bro.
token like those are big
No,
tokens. that jump
he did a
up.
Mario. He jumped up and hit the brick.
It's like a
Ching,
it's,
ching.
it's like a solid gold ding.
Where do you get those tokens? Like, who makes those?
So I think
Maybe
they
it was an
explained
AA
that.
token.
What
It's
is
I
it?
think-
okay.
The murder token.
Chuck E.
No,
Cheese.
they explained that.
You get 'em at
in,
Chuck E. Cheese.
John Wick 2. I haven't seen the third one, but in John Wick 2, it's more about the world that like
Right, the
happens.
hotel and everything.
Yeah, rather than just his life. But I think they explained that a little bit.
That's where the girl
Murder
gets
tokens.
murked for breaking the rules, right? The second
I
one.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, where she like kills
Yeah,
inside the
Rose, whatever her name is.
Yes.
Amber.
that fucking.
No,
bitch.
not Amber Rose.
Something Rose.
Not that one. Get off your phone, Zach.
I don't think her name. No, her name is Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose, yeah.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Amber Rose. Right. Who is also
Hey,
an actress.
Have y'all seen the video of
Actress.
Rose Namajunas punching Pat Barry while he's asleep?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
She goes all Bam Margera on him.
Dude,
Yeah.
she fucking hits hard,
Yeah.
man.
He
Yeah,
just
she's
like
a
he
she's
goes,
a professional
"Oh,
fighter.
fuck." He just like stays in bed.
I would have leg kicked her. I would have got
What-
up and leg kicked her.
Yeah,
I'm not kicking her in the face.
that's frowned upon
Is it?
by the
They're both
society.
fighters.
Well, I guess that's just called foreplay in some relationships.
I would have
Probably
So,
theirs.
I would have leg kicked her.
Ricky, before you got here, we were talking about there's a guy in my work that thinks he can beat up Cyborg, but he doesn't train.
Like Cyborg, the
so-
one that just fought.
Not just
So
yeah.
for those
Lady
that are
Cyborg.
MMA fighters here, what girl in the UFC could you beat up?
Oh shit. Oh man, come on guys.
I mean,
Come on, you say.
He just moves the mic.
Come on,
around.
buddy.
Do you think so? That I talked about my untrained coworker.
Pick one.
Can you beat Cyborg?
I mean, like, so beat is a little weird in training, right? Because
No, we're not talking
No,
about
no, I'm
training.
talking
We're
about,
talking
like,
about like
Oh, if it was like signed on the contract.
Vale.
Yeah,
Puro.
like you're fighting.
yeah, like you could groin punch her.
So I guess both of you get a
Groin
fight
punch.
camp.
Just give her a fat lip.
So both of you get a fight camp.
I don't know, man. That's a tough question. I'd
No,
rather
that's why I
actually.
asked it.
We're not handing out easy bullshit here, Ricky.
That's
So yeah,
rough.
what
Real men work questions.
what shit can you beat up? What woman would you like to hit, Ricky? Come on.
Aside from your
Can
girlfriend.
you beat Amanda Nunes? I think you can.
Oh man. Shout out to Amanda Nunez. So come on, you're hesitating.
Leona?
I don't know. I mean,
You think?
Shevchenko?
Do you think?
Shevchenko?
Do you think you could take Amanda Nunez down? You think you can take her down?
do I think I could take Amanda Nunes down? Yeah, I think I can. I think she can also take me down.
That was a safe answer.
That's good.
It's a very safe answer there, Coach.
It's like, what's your favorite color? It's like clear because it can be all colors.
I like white because it can be all of the colors.
Thanks,
How about
buddy.
this? Can she knock
As
you out?
as someone who represents that, I appreciate it.
You are.
I am.
Yeah,
I
I-
represent all the colors.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, I've been.
You're like, if I just keep my hands down,
Yeah. I mean,
if I just let her punch me in my face.
So look, me and my brother have trained with some very high level female fighters, and I'll tell you that 100% they hit hard enough to knock us out, and they are skilled on the ground. Not more than us, but they can hit. They can hit hard
I
enough.
mean,
to
like
knock,
I'll beat him on the ground.
yeah, like
but
if it's a jiu-jitsu match, I
Naga.
think I could
what if it was
beat
Naga?
them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If
Anybody,
it's a
pick 'em
jiu-jitsu
out.
match, I could beat them.
Yeah, if it's
So you could beat
jiu-jitsu.
Cyborg?
So if it's Naga,
And
you're
if it's
walking
in
with a
jiu-jitsu
sword.
with the gi,
Yes.
yes,
Isn't she black belt?
maybe, but
I don't care.
Ricky's like
So Ricky can beat any female black belt. It sounds like.
any female black belt MMA fighter in the gi.
boom.
That's
Yeah.
oddly specific, but we'll
Yeah.
go with
Yeah,
it.
in
We'll roll
UFC.
with it.
Ricky's like any female fighter born between the months
Ryan,
of April
make
and
it
September,
happen.
right?
Ryan,
Oh,
make
shit.
it happen.
Ryan, make it happen.
Cyborg.
December 7th.
Cyborg versus
Cyborg.
Ricky versus any girl in the gi. Straight up.
But they have to be in the UFC first.
Oh wait, Ricky versus any UFC girl in the gi. Yeah, that's gonna be
You gotta come down to at least 160 for that one.
dude.
bro. There's
okay.
not a girl like I don't think even Cyborg walks at that. What's she at
Y'all
right
just
now?
added a new factor to it. He's got to cut weight.
Oh,
Yeah, he's gotta cut weight.
Absolute.
Ricky's gotta drop 20 pounds, y'all.
Never mind.
If
My
you
money's on the
dropped
girl.
weight,
Yeah,
she
it's
would
true.
be so much bigger than you.
She would.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
We would be the same size.
I don't know, Ricky.
Ryan McGuire, make it happen.
Ryan.
Ryan,
Chris
make it happen.
I
Cyborg
believe in it.
I think Ricky called out Cyborg for
In the gi.
jiu-jitsu match.
In the
Ricky just called out Cyborg in the gi.
I like it. He's just in the gi.
Oh, please tell me he's listening right now. I gotta.
And we're not talking about Cyborg, who just fought for us. We're talking about
Yeah.
Chris Cyborg, the UFC fighter, female champion,
Former.
former champion.
Yeah.
But hey,
No, you can't go back. You already said it.
No.
No backsies.
no
no
backsies,
No backsies.
no backsies. But I'm a fan, and come to
But I'll still fuck her up, right?
come to Third Coast Grappling anyways.
Yeah, come check out the fights, and maybe we could get one of those impromptu.
Dude, I'm down, man. Like,
I believe it. Hopefully she didn't listen to this episode. Well, maybe she.
I hope
maybe
she is.
she did.
I hope somebody.
But hopefully
tags
she
her
didn't
in
hear
it.
the what?
the
Oh.
choke. But remember, just dig your chin into her
Yeah,
forearm.
that's it.
I saw it on YouTube. We'll pull it up later.
Dude, one of my favorite YouTube self-defense things is sword finger. You remember that? Sword finger?
Yeah.
So he's so the defense to the two-handed neck. So
Psychopath choke.
Coach Ricky, please. Psychopath choke.
Is this on video?
This isn't the first time he said this. Ricky,
So-
choke me.
Psychopath choke. So you take your two fingers, right, and you make them into a sword, right?
Like
And then-
sharpen
so,
them?
So look, you don't just go in. This is what I learned from the video because I was paying attention, right? You don't just push inward, right? You go in and down. Yeah, it's all in the technique.
So
It's not just in, guys.
So
you gotta go
basically,
in and down.
you're pretty much fucking with his gag reflexes.
Hey, shh.
I mean,
secrets,
You're
man.
not.
Martial
You're not
arts.
doing that. Fuck. I think I read that on the back of a scroll somewhere.
It's in
or
the-
either
it's
that
in-
or it was one of those really long CVS receipts. I was like,
Yeah, it's
sword
on one of
fingers.
those. It's on one of those scrolls in a bathroom with a hole in it.
I saw. That's called a glory hole. That's called a. I've heard that's.
I
called
thought
a
it was
glory
for
hole.
the sword fingers, man.
Nope.
God damn it!
You're not supposed to put your sword fingers and have some dude suck
I
on
thought
them.
I thought that was the practice. The
No.
practice sword finger hole.
Who the fuck are you fighting midgets?
I told
Why
you
is the
I'm
hole so
going
low?
in and down. I'm taking a dump at the same time.
What kind of fight are you getting in, dude? Like, are you?
Hey,
like-
I'm multitasking.
Are you in a group shitter and you're like, man, you're like sitting in a stall, you're like, man, I hope I get jumped when I'm shitting and I'm just fucking.
I thought that's
sword
what those
throat
holes
That's
were
that
for.
Bronson.
Yeah.
That's that Bronson.
He's like, I'm not prepared for anything. Anything. Man, that's not fun. That's the last time I follow you to the bathroom.
So the weather.
So
the
Yeah.
weather, guys.
Fuck the weather. Dude, I had the worst meal of my life and the worst dining experience of my life when I was in Colorado. There was this place in this town, Nederland. It was so awesome. I forgot the name of it. I'll look it up, but it had like a 2-star review after I ordered it. I ordered a pulled pork sandwich.
Okay.
Pretty basic, right?
Sounds like a standard sandwich.
Granted, we're from Texas, and
Pulled pork is a little. We
got some-
actually barbecue. Shit
we got
down
good
here.
barbecue,
Yeah.
right? So I went to this place, and first off, we called ahead because there was 8 of us. It was 2 families of 4. And we're like, hey, just want to make sure you guys can have 8 people. Yeah, not a problem. We show up. They have like no clue what the hell's going on. They bring us 8 water glasses, no water. 25 minutes later, they come bring us water, ask us for our drink order. We order like someone orders like a Coke or something. 28 minutes later. Oh, you're much better than that. I think you should work there. No, I'm good. 25 minutes later, we finally get our drinks. It took us like an hour and a half to get our food. I got this pulled pork fucking sandwich. It was so fucking disgusting. Like, I'll eat things, right? We can agree that I'll eat things. I took one bite of this motherfucker and I had to spit it out. Like I was vomiting. It was fucking gross. I went to the
Do
bathroom.
you think it was pork?
I don't know what it is. And like I had to ask him. I was like, there was no barbecue sauce. It was like dry as shit, and it was like smashed into like a patty. It was like on a brioche roll or something. So it was like supposed to be good bread. They brought out like 3 different fucking barbecue sauces, and I drowned in this thing, and I still fucking puked it up, dude. It
Yeah,
was
so I
gross.
feel like that's probably the hard thing when it comes to like cooking pulled pork is one, I feel like it's easy for it to be dry and you don't want it dry, and I feel like it's easy for it to like be too chewy.
See, that's the thing. It wasn't even the texture that did it. Like, you cannot flavor pork and overcook it, and it would taste better than this.
That sounds odd, man.
Dude,
They probably wasn't even
disgusting.
pork.
Dude, I don't know, but
That sounds weird.
we were in Colorado, and the kitchen staff was like 12 feet behind me, like getting high as shit with a dog that seemed very lost. So it could have been that dog's friend.
Well, because just by the name pulled pork, it has to be barbecued for a long time so that it can get
It
pulled
was
off of the bone
disgusting.
easy.
It was disgusting.
Man, I can't even
disgusting.
picture what you're describing as
Yeah.
pulled pork. Like I can't even bring because I've had pulled pork.
You've seen
that
the
was,
McRib, right?
I've had pulled pork that was dry, right?
Well, you've had. Have you ever had vinegar like pulled pork? Like
Yeah, no, they brought
Carolina
the...
style?
Dude, I love Carolina.
no,
vinegar
actually, I
dressing,
have
dude.
not. That sounds
not.
interesting.
Vinegar
sauce. It's really good,
vinegar
dude.
Sauce on their pulled
I love
pork.
it.
It's really good.
It's liquidy. It's
really-
not thick like...
It's like Carolina style.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's-
super good. And that's the thing. They brought me Carolina style barbecue sauce and like thick barbecue sauce. Had to drown in both of them. Still
It's
couldn't eat it. I
legit.
took one bite and
It's
like I went to
legit.
the bathroom and puked.
Carolina,
sucks,
Carolina
man.
pulled
Dude.
pork is legit. I remember the first time I ate it, I was like, what is this?
It's so amazing, isn't
Well,
it?
so there was this barbecue place right around the corner called Bone Daddy's that shut down, but they had like that was their number one thing was this pulled pork sandwich,
Yeah.
and it was amazing.
Bone Daddy's wasn't that a restaurant?
Bone Daddy. I think
kinda.
there is a Bone Daddy's now.
Like,
No,
I remember
no,
it
no,
started
it's
in
Delta-
Austin whenever I was in high school, and it was
Because
like
that's the place that's Delta
Yeah.
Blues now,
girls that
right?
were too young to go to Hooters, basically.
Yeah.
Went to Bone Daddy's.
They're like, fuck it, we'll
They're
take them.
Super young girls, yeah.
Yeah,
High
because
school
they
girls.
they wear like short leather skirts, I think, and then like a leather
I don't
top
know.
or something.
Probably.
I don't know.
That sounds right.
I mean, back then there was only like the Hooters was the only thing, right?
Yeah.
And then like Bone Daddies, and then bikinis and Twin,
Twin
Peaks.
Peaks.
And
Now
then
they
we have
got- now they got
we have
tight
like
ends.
tilted kilt.
Tight ends is like
Tilted Kill went out of
the
business.
next
Remember?
step after
Well, yeah,
tight
they
ends is
fucking
the strip
deserved
club.
it.
That manager put them out of business.
A manager put the girls out. That's what
that
happened.
was man.
We
could
talked
you-
about that last.
Yeah, we talked about that last episode. One motherfucker on your staff ruined your business. Ruined it.
That's when you call that cleanup squad you were talking
Yep,
about.
that's true.
That's how you advertise. You're like, hey, did
11 pledge?
That's what it is.
Was that guy a veteran too, the owner?
I don't know
He's
about the
like a pilot
owner,
in the Air Force or
but
I thought
the guy
I
that
thought the
was
owner was.
the guy that was there
Pilot?
managing, or the manager that night. I
The
think
manager managing.
the manager managing didn't manage
The
so
man
well.
managing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, I think like his wife called him and was like, "Where are you gonna be?" And he kicked all the girls out in Harvey. Was it Harvey? No, it was it Harvey?
Harvey.
It was
It was
Harvey.
Yeah, just kicked him out. Bow.
You know, one crazy thing about Harvey is like the main thing.
Hurricane.
Yeah, the hurricane. But the main flooding happened on Saturday night which was like when that one band was just over
It
the
was the
city.
night
Just
of
lingered for a
the
little
Floyd
McGregor.
Mayweather, yeah. So Saturday
I was
night.
like, please, power, stay on,
Yeah.
stay on.
No,
I already paid for this bitch.
I remember
Oh, a bunch of people got stranded.
Going out watching that fight.
Hey,
yep.
you're one of them.
Yep.
I'm worried about my power.
yeah, man.
I was not going out that night.
Yeah, I didn't go out, and actually, I woke up at 4 a.m. just because I got a text message, and I had woken up. My friend's text message said, "Hey, are you okay?" But I had just woken up, and there's people sleeping around me, so I didn't want to wake them up. So I was just like, "I think I am. I don't know. I'm still in bed." You
Am I
know?
in a dungeon? What's going on?
Yeah. I had to like get up real slowly. Like the dogs didn't even wake up. I walked around and
Damn, super sneaky.
Yeah.
Dude,
man.
we were pretty ready that it was gonna fucking flood like a motherfucker.
well, because during
We were all
Ike,
staying at our mom's house.
we left during Ike at our when we lived at my mom's house, and whenever we came
I feel like
back,
nobody left for this one.
no one left for Harvey. Well, so there's that
No, really.
little conspiracy theory
And did
too.
y'all see that Facebook post? It was this girl. She was saying, "Hey guys,
The
they're-
news is
They're
lying.
lying to us. It's gonna be over 40 inches of rain. They just don't want to cause a panic."
Yeah, I remember seeing that
like,
stuff
yeah.
when everything was going down.
And-
I remember
But when
seeing
that
it
thing
before.
when that stuff came out, it was already like the bands were hitting Corpus. When those videos started coming out, like, hey, they're lying to us. It's gonna be a lot of rain. Like the bands were already hitting
you,
down
there was
south.
already you couldn't go.
Yeah,
anywhere.
like-
you were gonna get stuck on like
too late.
290.
Yes, exactly. And the my mom's house. Whenever it was Saturday night, I checked the house quietly, right, just to see if we were all right. And I went out in the front, and I saw that our street was flooding really bad. And I texted my friend. I was like, "Man, I don't know. Like it's halfway up my driveway, and it's 4 a.m. You know." But whenever whenever it was like 7 a.m., I guess the sun came up around that time, and it kind of calmed down the rain for a little bit, right? So Saturday night was crazy.
Yeah, dude, I remember going out, I think Sunday night and checking on the water, and I have like these hazmat, what do you call it?
Hazmat.
Hazmat boots. They're like steel toe boots that are also come up almost to my knee. So I wanted to go out and see how bad the water was, and it almost came up like over the boots, and it was like a current too, because in our street they had just redone all the draining. So pretty much a sidewalk drain, right? So imagine a sidewalk drain with another one right next to it. That's what they did to our street. It was like they had side to side drains, and dude, the water was pulling. It was a current going. Like I stepped in the middle of the street and I felt it like hit my legs, and I was like, oh shit, I need to get back on fucking sidewalk. But that was pretty crazy, because it wasn't just the raining, it was then the draining that took a while to get through.
I had my dog Shiner he got hit by a rake like a couple days before that. And like
Dude,
it
I
like
remember
hit his
that.
spine and he couldn't walk. So I had a crippled dog. I had a
Not a little dog.
3-month-old
No.
baby. Yeah, so I had to every time to take Shiner out, I had to like get a towel under his back legs and like carry him
So you could.
to outside. Let
Your
him go to the
wheelbarrow.
Kinda what- yeah.
Yeah, wheelbarrow.
him back. Yeah. Every time he couldn't walk. We were like, this guy, he's
That's a big boy.
paralyzed. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
dog.
big boy.
Damn.
I
That
had
sucks,
a
man.
3-month-old baby, and I had 2 house guests. My wife's aunt and cousin were in town.
Stuck.
So yeah, I got a call from my dad. He's like, "It's coming, like right for you guys. You gotta go." And I was like, "I can't. I
Yeah.
don't have the means to move all these like."
This disabled dog.
Yeah, it's disabled dog. This baby. These
Fuck.
people. So we
Just leave the baby and the dog.
Yeah, so we left the baby and the dog.
It's like Alan's decision for
Uh,
for a
It
zombie
turned into
apocalypse.
Homeward Bound 5.
Zach's journey
Getting
home.
out of RV.
Hey, dude, I don't appreciate you talking about Homeward Bound like that.
What about my baby riding Shiner through the woods?
Homeward Bound touched my heart when I was like 5.
that the one with the cat and the?
Yeah,
the cat and the dog.
2 dogs.
Yeah, one of them was an American Bulldog.
Ricky's starting to cry right now.
Yeah, I was about to say. I
Can
saw
somebody
that.
zoom in on
Hey,
Ricky?
Those are called long blinks.
You know what? That movie was basically Hatchet with,
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah,
Dude,
it makes you care a little bit.
Gary Polson.
Or that one where the boy and the dog were stranded and they had to make their way back home.
I don't
Remember
remember.
that one?
I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
That was. Yeah, damn it. Zach.
Old
A
Yeller?
boy and his dog got
A boy and its
stranded. They
dog.
had to go through the woods together.
I mean, that sounds familiar, but
Is it Hank the
fuck-
Cow Dog? Probably not. That's like an
Totally not
elementary
that.
kid.
Yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
Hank the Cow
we all
Dog was
grew
a
up in
good
the
show.
'90s, so
Or a good
fuck.
book.
This was a 90s movie.
That's what I'm saying. We
Far
all-
from home.
Far from home.
Far from
That's what it
home.
was.
Oh,
Do y'all
okay.
remember
The whistle.
Yeah, okay. I've seen Far From Home.
That's
Yep.
right. I remember because the kid's name was Angus, and I was like, "Who the fuck names their kid Angus?" Shout out to anybody named Angus. It's a great name.
Horrible name.
It's not your fault. It's your parents. No, I'm just joking. It's a great name.
Do y'all
Maybe
remember?
somebody that owns like a
A steak company? You motherfucking better.
Do you know every time you introduce yourself, they're like, did you say penis?
Yeah, no, so you say, hi, my name is
Yes.
Angus, and then you have to say medium rare.
No. Nope. You just don't introduce yourself. They're like, "What's your name?" You're like, "You can just call me Jeff." Fuck it.
No, you go to Gus.
Gus.
That's still an introduction.
Gus.
That's still an
Well,
introduction.
you don't introduce your real name.
I think you'd say Gus is your name.
I like Gus.
Yeah.
Angie. I don't know.
Gus.
What kind of nickname? I mean, I don't know if I'd want to be
Ange?
Gus, though.
Angie,
Ange?
Ange. That sounds like a girl's
I
name.
would just change my
You
name.
would not
Angie?
go by Gus.
Anyway, shout out to Angus.
Angus.
You go by Gus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's said that like
Shout out to
20
Gus.
times.
I had to go by meat.
Would you?
Yeah.
Beef.
Beef.
USDA approved.
What would your fighter nickname be if your name was Angus? You know, would it be like? Would it be like
Nah.
Angus medium well?
No, dude, it'd be well done.
Well
Yeah.
done. I don't know.
Well done.
I don't know, man.
That's the nickname. Well done.
That's it. You gotta just roll with it.
That's an amazing fight name. Well done, Angus, huh? Swallow, Ricky. Don't spit. There we go. Okay. I don't want you spitting on the table. All right. What? Oh, 2 hours? Man, fuck.
Zach's gotta go home, everybody.
Yeah. I mean, we all gotta go home.
I want to go
home. Do
home.
you? Who sings that song?
Sandy Cheeks.
Yeah, you should keep it that way, motherfucker. That was horrible.
Actually,
No, that was actually pretty on point.
Hey,
Was it?
but there's an original version,
That's even
right?
worse.
Of Sandy?
No,
Sandy
no, no,
Cheeks?
no, it's like
No relation to Charles.
Yeah, is Sandy related to...
no.
Is Sandy fighting this weekend?
Yeah, no, Sandy's gonna be there, though, supporting.
Supporting Cheeks.
The song,
Lake Charles, hashtag...
Hashtag walkout song.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
the song that she sings in SpongeBob, I think was written by
Oh, wait,
an
this
old
is a
country
SpongeBob
singer.
character?
Yeah.
I didn't watch SpongeBob, bro.
You didn't know this was SpongeBob?
No, I'm old.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
I would. I'm a
Why
selfish
isn't
lover.
Dorian here?
Because
Yeah, no.
it's bedtime.
So that song
Don't worry
was
about my
sung by
6-year-old, you
Sandy
fucking-
on SpongeBob, but I don't know if she's actually the one who like composed like SpongeBob composed.
You don't know if it's an original score
Yeah.
performed by
Yeah.
Sandy Cheeks.
Can we look that up, Zach? Like who wrote that song?
Right now. Wow.
The I Want to Go Home
Fuck.
country song.
Hey, Zach, before you leave, could you do me this awesome favor and look
No,
up
here,
Sandy
dude.
Cheeks?
I'll look it up on my phone.
No, don't
I
do
got
that,
it,
Ricky.
I got it.
Yeah, is that like a country? Is that an actual country song?
Nope.
What's wrong with Sandy?
Maybe it's just a squirrel thing.
Wish I was back in Texas.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Oh, to see if like this song is like an actual old.
Why?
It's not.
Oh my goodness.
Because it sounds like it would be.
This is Patsy Cline.
Is it
Always
really?
be a Texas girl.
I was pretty accurate.
He was pretty on point.
I was
with
accurate.
that.
Oh my god.
Ricky, I apologize.
Yeah.
Please, Ricky, what I'm actually trying to say is could you continue to sing because that was better than the original. That was horrible.
That was so good.
That what?
So there's no original.
No, Patsy Cline. Or was Patsy Cline the voice? Is that originally Patsy Cline song?
Patsy Cline.
No, I don't want to.
I don't
go
know.
with it.
Oh,
with it.
I
go
heard
with
Patsy
it.
Cline.
Yeah,
Either way,
let's just
you know what?
go
That's the
with
one
it.
and only time that's really should be played on this podcast. I think.
That was dope.
Hashtag mystery solved.
That
Hold
should be
on.
that should be the new
Yeah, that should
entrance
be.
song.
Sorry.
to the Fifth
Hey,
Circuit
no,
podcast.
that should be the new exit song.
exit song.
Man, you know, but copyrights and trademarks.
I'm pretty sure that's not
No,
copyrighted.
we looked into it before you got here, and the answer was a resounding no,
Nickelodeon is already
unfortunately.
pissed.
Yeah, dude, we got
We're
slimed.
gonna get a cease and
Dude,
desist
we're gonna
from
get
Nickelodeon.
slimed. We're gonna get slimed. That's what's gonna happen.
The songs we do play, we have license for.
Yeah.
As long as Austin lets us
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah. So we're not in any legal trouble.
So the license is Austin saying you can use it.
Yeah. he gave
Oh,
it to us
okay,
for
cool.
use.
I mean, it's coming from a lawyer, so it's legal.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
We love you, Austin.
We do love you. But with that being said, before any other songs get brought up onto this motherfucker, let's go ahead and close this out. So thanks again for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
I wanna go home.